on Sunday, get to watch AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. These people love it here.
Yeah, absolutely. These drivers are ready to do battle. The track is going to be challenging. Winds are picking up, and we've got Nolan trackside for opening ceremonies.
Thanks, guys. You alluded to a couple of things I'm going to keep my eye on as well. We saw a lot of weekend sweeps throughout the sportsman racing this morning. Shane, you were wondering if you think it'll continue into the afternoon. I do not. I think we're going to see a new batch of winners today. We kind of had a mixed bag yesterday, guys. Maybe we didn't expect, like you said, some front runners like Michael Meister ducking out early. I think some guys that had issues yesterday bounced back, and guys who were fast yesterday may have a little bit more of a challenge. You alluded to the wind as well. It don't look as bad down here, but up on that big brunt tabletop, the wind is blowing pretty good right now. That's going to cause havoc with these trucks. Those hoods tend to parachute sometimes, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Before we hit the track, though, I've got a special guest with me, the general manager of this awesome facility, Casey Schumann, here to say a few words.
Like I said yesterday, guys, I just want to thank everybody between the fans, the teams, the sponsors, all the support trailers and everything. For year two, this is really awesome. The atmosphere and the vibe back there in the pit area and everyone camped out around the lake and everything, it's just a really, really cool deal. We're already full speed ahead planning and trying to figure out what we can do next year to make it better, make it bigger. And who knows, we'll talk to Carl and maybe we'll start pumping up the purses and get these guys to race for a little more money when they come here to Lucas Oil Speedway. So I appreciate it. Hopefully these guys put on a hell of a race for you tonight. And like I said, we're looking forward to 2027.
Thank you, Casey, and thank you to you and your staff. We've had a great time this weekend, obviously on the off-road track. We had a great time on the circle track last night. Facility crew, everybody's top-notch at this place, so thank you to you and your crew again. And now I'll hand it off to my good friend Mark Budke from Racers for Christ to lead us in a word of prayer. Mark?
Thank you, Nolan. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this glorious day. What a beautiful day it is at this beautiful facility. Lucas Oil Speedway is top-notch, and we're just so blessed and honored to be here and to do what we do. Love going dirt track racing. But, Lord, we just ask you to watch over all the racers, Lord, and the safety guys, everybody in the pits, too. We know the pits can be dangerous, too, and we just pray for everybody heading home this afternoon and tonight, Lord, that get them home safely so we can get together again with our racing family. But today, let us have a great day of racing. This is the day the Lord's made, and it's race day, and we're looking forward to a lot of good racing. But, Lord, please let those guys fly smooth and land smooth, Lord. But we're just praying for a great day in your awesome name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And as always, a great big God bless America.
Amen. Thank you, Mark. We now ask those in attendance to please rise as you are able and face the flag for the performance of our national anthem by my friend Zach.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. The rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Few drivers we're going to want to keep our eye on here for Pro Round 2. First up, a former Pro 2 champion, his second year in the Pro 4s, back with a brand new truck, looking to bounce back from some adversity yesterday. They call him the Silent Assassin. Let's meet Mickey Thomas.
Mickey, brand new truck obviously for you this weekend. Working through some new truck blues, but this thing's been a rocket ship when it's been held together. What's the game plan going into today?
Yeah, a lot of late nights and hard work to get to where we are now, but the new truck's awesome. Really comfortable in it already. It's a rocket ship. Came out, put it on pole right out of the box, so super stoked with my team and everybody that put the effort in on this truck. Fortunately didn't finish yesterday, working through some gremlins, like you said. Hopefully we got them all worked out now. You know, unfortunately with new trucks, there's a period of time where you just got to get some things figured out, especially with these Pro 4s. They're constantly trying to rip themselves apart. But feeling really good about today. We got a rear start due to yesterday, and it's going to be a fun one coming from the back.
Watch Mickey Thomas charge through the field in the number 88 Pro 4.
A two-time Pro Spec World Champion, driving the number 66 Pro Spec from Seymour, Wisconsin, Chris Van Den Elsen.
Chris, very much the same story with you as with Mickey. New truck this weekend, working through some things, but what are you looking forward to today?
Oh man, so we're starting on pole, so I'm excited just to go out and run. This truck is bad fast. I am more than excited to get out there and just see what it can do. Just getting used to it yet, you know, what it can do, what it can't do, and there's a whole lot of not what it can't do. So I'm very excited to get out there and just see where we end up.
Chris Van Den Elsen starting on the pole in the number 66 Pro Spec.
Well, Shane, let's take a ride with Chris around this beautiful racetrack at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri, and it is really a fast layout. You go over the first jump here to start the race, go underneath the AMSOIL banner, and it's just flat out this whole time.
Yeah, just about all the way up to top speed as you fly into turn one. Try to find that cushion if you're in a two-wheel drive machine. Square away for turn two. Starts to tighten up a little bit through here, but still a ton of passing opportunity through these first two corners and into turn three as well.
Oh, yeah, and then it really banks up high. We call it Talladega Corner for a reason. It's just a fast sweeper. Then your eyes are set on a little roller jump on exit, and then the biggest booter on the racetrack.
Catch your breath and hold on tight as you go airborne over the Brunt tabletop. 150 feet lip to lip. We'll see 200-foot jumps and then some before the day is done. Hard left-hander, another two-story tall tabletop sends you just about straight up into the air, and you got to gather it all back up after that, collect your thoughts, and enter the rhythm section.
Yeah, you got to be really squared away. You see Chris doing it very well, and then you got to creep down back to that inside to get a good drive off of here, because you want to get in this right-hander with a little bit of an angle.
Really easy to overjump that tabletop and blow the corner as you go into these S-curves. Hard right-hander, hard left-hander, not a lot of banking down there. That is one section of the course that'll get really rutted up before the day is done.
Yeah, you put 2-3 trucks alongside you, it's really hard to negotiate, and as you see, you let the truck fade out, come back to the middle, and then it's just flat out, right pedal to the metal.
That is one lap around the track here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Keeping an eye on that weather. Started the day at about 45 degrees, and it has gotten considerably warmer since. You see temperatures approaching 80. Wind keeping everybody a little bit cool, right around that 20-mile-per-hour mark.
Yeah, those gusts are going to be really crucial to some of our truck classes.
We've been keeping an eye on the wind, especially at that Brunt tabletop. We're talking about them being in the air for 150, 200 feet. Earlier in the day, it was a tailwind. Didn't really have much effect on the sportsman classes that we saw. It's a crosswind now. Watch out for things, especially the Pro Lights, Pro 2s, and Pro 4s. All that fiberglass, it can catch a lot of wind. Things might get hairy on that huge tabletop.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on every one of those trucks, because I'm telling you, when you're going 200 feet and you're 3 stories in the air, that wind's got to go somewhere, and that's up to them to check up or fly away on it. Here we are for the Pro Buggies, the final race for them this weekend, and man, all year long, you know, each and every one of these 13 drivers have a shot at this race.
Man, this is a super competitive group of drivers, a whole bunch of veteran talent, a couple interesting newcomers to be joining the field this year as well. Your lineup for this one, Cole Bernlohr will start on the pole. He's alongside Tony Keepers, who finished second yesterday, a career best finish for Keepers in round one. Zachary Drapkin, also a podium finisher, or just fell short of the podium, yesterday, will start third. Billy Booth, yesterday's winner, will start fourth. And it's Jaden Uribe, Chase Gare, Bo Ambos, Jaden Lemke, Ryan Schwalbe, Jordan Bernlohr, Kai Graf, Logan Christensen, and Michael Meister, who, like we said in the start of the show, was out of this one early yesterday and looking to bounce back.
There is your Yokohama top qualifier, the number 51 of Billy Booth, round one winner in that Mud Muncher ride. And man, it seemed like once he set out front, he just set sail and never looked back.
Yeah, absolutely dialed in. He talked about after last year feeling really burned out when he was on the podium. He was explaining he was pretty burned out, stepped away from everything, didn't want to think about racing for a few months, and then got back to work, and that work has really paid off for him.
Yeah, it's always cool to watch these drivers develop over the years. I mean, he was pretty young when we first started coming to these off-road races, and he has a great father behind him as well. I mean, they don't live by each other, so it's really tough to work on the car, but they get the job done and they show up to win. But so do all these other guys.
I was going to say all 13 of these guys have shown up here at Wheatland to win.
And Drapkin, he has more laps in that car than a lot of these drivers in this field. So we'll see what he can do.
There's the green flag, Pro Buggy underway, and round two of Pro Action underway here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. Look at Meister going to work right away on the bottom of the screen there, trying to make up some early ground. Meanwhile, Keepers will be on the inside as they head into turn two.
Yeah, Keepers gonna try to slide right up in front of Bernlohr, and he does. And now, hey, that clean air is awesome right now. You know it's a little wet.
Yeah, Keepers was really quick yesterday. Landed that career best second place finish here in Pro Buggy. He was a guy I was looking at before the season started to take another step forward. This is a huge opportunity for Keepers in that Milwaukee Tools car.
Oh, Keeper goes wide. He's off the track.
Yeah, he overjumped it a little bit. He flew about 200 feet. Oh, he might have clipped that K-rail coming back onto the raceway.
Schwalbe got collected too.
Keepers clipped the concrete and has got a flat right rear tire. Man, that is heartbreaking for Tony Keepers.
Man, I thought he avoided it, but he collected a bunch of good cars, so he'll have to get to pit lane now.
Well, after all that chaos, that leaves Cole Bernlohr out front. Then it's Drapkin, Booth. Meister from the back row is all the way up into the fourth spot already.
Yeah, he just picked up a couple easy spots there with a bunch of carnage going on. That's what you have to do. You got to put yourself in position to win at the end of this thing.
Man, tough break for Keepers, though. He had to fly at least 200 feet of distance off that front tabletop. But like you said, he'll have to limp that thing back around, get into the hot pit.
Yeah, we're going to take another look, see what happened. Watch, he just overshot it, and it kicked him to the right.
But we talked about the crosswind, and it looked like the front end of the car was starting to drift over to the right on him. He was square when he hit that jump, and it looked like the gust of wind kind of blew him off to the side a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're going to move over 3-4 feet when they're in the air. So yeah, you're exactly right. That'll carry you off that landing. There's Zach Drapkin in that Redline Oil car trying to move forward. But Cole Bernlohr really showing a lot of great speed right now. There's another shot from behind.
Yeah, Bernlohr looking really tough out front. You see they did put some water down right before this race. Did a little bit of track work as well, so a little bit heavy on that top surface right now. But again, the wind, the temperature's rising towards 80 degrees. That's going to dry this place up in a hurry.
Yeah, it's not going to take that long to get down to that blue groove. That corner still looks to be in great shape. Cole Bernlohr still leading this field, but Zach Drapkin looks to be maybe tuning in a little bit closer here.
Yeah, Drapkin definitely creeping up on the back bumper of Bernlohr. Meister, meanwhile, is all over the back end of Billy Booth. Got a four-way battle as they come through the tunnel and through the K&N final corner onto the front straightaway.
Well, there's Billy Booth still running third. Bernlohr going to just click off another lap with about 8 minutes to go. These races are really long. You have to pace yourself, and these top four drivers are really setting the pace. They're moving away from 5th, 6th, and 7th.
That interval between first and second stayed about the same, but Meister was down to the inside of Billy Booth, still trying to stay alongside him.
See if Michael Meister can get a good run out of the Talladega corner. Look at now, he's down on the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like they were about to have a drag race up the jump, and they do. Meister on the inside. That's actually to Billy Booth's advantage a little bit. Meister is going to have to get on the brakes just a tick earlier than Booth does.
Yeah, if he can grab that line right there, there's one right down the middle, and it looks like it worked for Michael Meister in that 94 Ponzi back ride.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Yeah, beautiful pass there by Meister. You can set that thing up about 3 or 4 corners ahead of that pass. So Meister on the move, trying to bounce back from his early exit yesterday. They fired off the line in round 1. Meister made it through turn 1 and then parked, and that was it.
Yeah, it's not good. You got to click off every lap, and look at that track right there, just starting to come apart a little more. That entry's huge, and you talk about it a lot. There's a nice cutting brake on these cars, so you can help in that infield section a lot. As Cole Bernmore, he's got it down pat right now in that lime green car.
Oh yeah, you can turn these cars on a dime. Doesn't matter how tight the corner is. They'll stay planted for you and snap right around. You can get back on the throttle.
Look at Michael Meister now reeling in the 56 and Zachary Drapkin. They're side by side now on exit.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of slick on exit there. In turn 2, you saw Drapkin had to make it a little extra correction on exit.
Watch Meister come back to the bottom. He did it last lap too. And he grabs this dirt down on that bottom. A little bit too close, but he's going to make it work.
Yeah, that was a close shave with the tractor tire. But here comes Meister again, just like when he got around Billy Booth. Trying to beat Drapkin to that spot.
Watch right here. He'll seal the deal.
Slides in front of Drapkin, and Meister moves up yet another spot. Man, Bernlohr's got to get a move on here.
Yeah, you know that halfway point's going, so Michael Meister trying to pick it all off. He's right where he wants to be. Oh, Zachary Drapkin now goes to the inside.
Yeah, a little bobble by Meister. That rhythm section is really difficult. If you get a little bit out of shape in the first couple jumps, it kind of compounds and you end up sideways by the time you hit the last one. As Booth now having some issues keeping that car pointed the right direction.
Yeah, as we were talking, he got all crossed up off the face, and he's lucky he collected himself. As there goes Cole Bernlohr, Zachary Drapkin, Michael Meister, your top 3, and Billy Booth still right in the mix. So, previous winner in round 1, he knows how to get it done.
Top 4 are really stretching it out over everybody else. Full 10 seconds back to 5th behind our lead group.
And this is big right now. If you're sitting in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, you don't want to shear off a tire right now. You know you have the second half. Don't overdo yourself. And I look on the camera right now, and it looks like they're maintaining their spots. They're okay with it, and they'll go back to work here in the second half.
Well, Meister definitely still on the charge, just pitching it into that left-hander. Up and over the overpass leap. There you see Tony Keepers just trying to stay on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, he's hoping for that caution to come out in case these guys hunt him down. Time clock is definitely running down to the halfway point. Cole Bernlohr still holding on, maintaining that nice spot up front. Looks like he doesn't have much dirt on that car being out front that long. See that shot, the car going over the top of the over-under.
Well, back onto the front straightaway, and this is the halfway point here in Pro Buggy. So Keepers went in and changed that tire, and he was able to stay on the lead lap, and that's huge for Tony Keepers.
Yeah, it's a new ball game for him. He's gonna have to start from the back of the pack, but at least he will have a shot at this thing. As Cole Bernlohr showing the way around with a 124.627. Just a little over a tenth faster, but if you can stay out front, that's where you need to be.
Yeah, really the top 4 running pretty close lap times. High 124s, low 125s for all 4 of those drivers. Nobody else in the field even close to those numbers.
Yeah, that's flat out flying. You got to remember in the Pro 2s, Pro 4s, they were doing 120s, 121s. So to be only 3 seconds off on this fast of a layout, that's showing how quick these open wheel cars are.
Yeah, we'll see if Meister in that 3rd spot. We saw him make a couple really nice passes, got as far up into the field as 2nd at one point. Clearly he's comfortable being aggressive like that. Now, as you're seeing the time clock, there's only 3:19 left when we restart this race. I think we're going to see Meister dial up that aggression again.
Right, and it was always hard for me growing up racing and knowing when you take that chance, right? Where you set it up and where the right opportunity comes. I think you just got to wait and let it hang out.
A lot to be decided in the second half, but first we'll check in with Nolan Castellian. He's trackside.
Thanks, guys. One of the things we talked about in opening ceremonies were guys that had some bad luck yesterday finding their groove today, and maybe some guys who were fast yesterday struggling. Michael Meister is a great example of that. Barely made it onto the track yesterday, had to charge to the field, already up to third. You guys have been talking plenty about him. He's having a great run up there. Further in the back, someone who we had in the podium yesterday, number 3, Jaden Uribe. He spent a little bit of time in the hot pit a little while ago. He's trying to catch the tail of the field right now. The ebbs and flows of racing, guys.
Absolutely, Nolan. It's true. You never know what's going to happen. You can ask any race car driver coming in. You just got to let the ducks go in the row if they do, and if they don't, you got to bounce back. And that's what Tony Keepers needs to do right now, is take this bad day and make it into a decent day for the points.
Yeah, we talk about that, especially later in the year. If your bad days can still be all right days,
right,
that's how you stay in the fight for that points title. And admittedly, yes, it is a little bit early to be talking about championship aspirations, but every round counts. I mean, Keepers with that second yesterday, and Billy Booth by winning yesterday. You have to start strong to have a good season and stay competitive in the championship.
Yeah, it's a long season, so every point counts. You can lose that point championship by 1 or 2 points. Everything matters, even the halfway point. Green flag flies once again, Shane. We're back underway. You see Billy Booth go really wide on the outside.
Yeah, he wants to get this run towards turn 2 and maybe try to duck underneath Bernlohr, but man, Bernlohr is showing a lot of speed out of the chute here. See everybody jockeying for some position here. Look at this run by Lemke. They're trying to sneak past Drapkin, who had a bad restart.
Yeah, good run by Jaden Lemke. We'll see if he can wiggle his way up into the top 3. Here comes Cole Bernlohr bonsaiing off that jump. So cool to watch those cars rotate down in that infield section, then you pop up over that over-under.
Yeah, just the way these cars work, they can handle anything you throw at them. They stay planted really well.
Look at this, Billy Booth on the outside. He got a good drive through the whoops. We'll see where he can set himself up here. Oh, he makes big contact.
Really upset the car. Bernlohr. Booth is going to take over the #1 spot. See Booth trying to play some defense now. That opens the door for Meister also. Here comes Bernlohr back to the inside of Booth.
Well, they collected each other. Booth touched the back bumper when they were cresting the lip, so it was really hard to judge that. Booth kind of gave the spot back at the same time.
That's what it looked like to me a little bit. So Bernlohr back out front, but already some drama beginning to unfold, and it's back to the drawing board for Billy Booth.
Yeah, the time clock is running out, and that was his shot to try to get underneath him. But he don't want to win like that.
Drapkin, after that bad restart, he was all the way back in 5th, and oh, trouble for Meister as he is pulling off to the side of the racetrack again.
Man, oh man, 2 DNFs on the weekend. That's not normally what we see out of that camp.
Yeah, we were excited when Meister announced that he was going to run full-time this year and chase that championship again, but just a disastrous opening weekend. How about this? Jordan Bernlohr now, and that number 27 up into the top 4. Very quiet round 1 for him, and didn't see much of him in the first half, but he has been on the charge this entire time.
Yeah, good to see Jordan in our camera view. He's just working his way deep from the field.
Class champion from 2024.
Man, look at how squirrely these cars get. Once they get out of shape, you just hold on and go for the ride. Cole Bernlohr still well out in front, about a half a second over Billy Booth. We'll see if Billy can put it together. It looks like he lost another car length there.
Back onto the front straightaway they go. This will be 2 laps to go this time by for Cole Bernlohr. 1 career win for the number 34 so far. A couple of years ago, he was able to take the top spot. See if he can pick up career win number 2. Now Drapkin on the charge a little bit, creeping up on Billy Booth as they head into the second corner.
Yeah, Drapkin now looking to that inside. He'll be planted on that inside if he drives across, which he does. Try to keep it tight here. We'll see if he gets back down to that bottom like Meister was doing earlier.
Well, trying to run about a half lane off. Drapkin with a pretty nice exit there from turn 3. Look at the speed by Drapkin. Drapkin's going to beat Booth to the corner. Can he seal the deal? Yes, he can.
Billy Booth comes back. They make more contact.
That'll slow both of them down. Here comes Jordan Bernlohr. They're 3 wide over the overpass, and Jordan Bernlohr now into second. So you got the Bernlohr brothers running 1 and 2 here with about a lap and a half to go.
Wow, that would have been a nice poster for the wall. He just shot like a cannon off that tabletop and made that pass stick.
I got to tell you, 3 wide over that over-under jump is dicey, too.
There's Meister off the bottom side of our screen, parked there for the rest of the day. As Cole Bernlohr trying to run and hide from his brother.
1 lap to go, this time by the AMSOIL finish line. Man, Billy Booth brought the fight there for a little while to Cole Bernlohr, but since they tangled a couple laps ago, it's been all Cole Bernlohr out front. He's got a 3-second lead over Jordan Bernlohr.
Yeah, he's definitely setting sail. He's just doing what he needed to do all race long. As we look farther back in the field, we'll see how this shakes out. There's Billy Booth in the Mud Muncher ride.
Still got his hands full in that battle for third. Now Jaden Uribe, who was on the podium in round 1, trying to join that fight as well.
Yeah, this ain't over yet. Remember, Zachary Drapkin, he'll flat foot this tabletop.
Gonna try it again. Another big run. He's down to the inside as they go into turn 4.
Remember, this is where they touched through here last time.
Yeah, this time Booth giving him a little bit more space. Uribe hanging right with both of those two.
Yeah, Uribe still has a shot at Booth here if he can keep it squared up. Wow, look at that Lemke.
Yeah, Booth was getting a little out of shape himself. So the Bernlohrs are pretty much each running their own race right now. Drapkin holds on to that 3rd spot, and he's starting to pull away from Booth. Still a lot to be decided, though, further back in the field. But here is Cole Bernlohr, and he is going to be your round 2 winner in Pro Buggy.
Yeah, he never looked back. He was dominant all day. His brother, Jordan, going to take that runner-up spot. What a run for Zachary Drapkin, beating out Billy Booth.
Booth will settle for a 4th after winning in round 1. Strong weekend for Uribe. Jaden Lemke, a really good finish for him as well, being in there in that 6th spot, part of that battle right down to the bitter end. What a day for the family. The Bernlohrs claiming the top 2 spots. Drapkin had 2 third-place finishes here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout last year. He adds another one to the trophy case here in round 2. Good start to the season for Billy Booth, and disastrous start to the season for Michael Meister.
Oh yeah, it's not what you wanted to see out of Michael Meister's camp, but he'll bounce back as we're going to take some looks at this crazy race. That's when Billy Booth made some contact with the leader, Cole Bernlohr, and that could have been worse than it was.
Yeah, here's Drapkin. Man, he had some really great runs down that backstretch. Made some more contact. Pretty eventful day there for Booth, and here comes Jordan Bernlohr out of nowhere, taking away that number 2 spot.
Yeah, definitely used the air for his advantage as those top 2 cars really.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt. There's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
This isn't about timing or tradition. It's about crafting the right tool to erase the middle ground and draft the blueprint
for what's next. Overkill, they say? Or is it? ZF Moto. Experience more.
Zach Drapkin able to bring it home third. Zach, that was a dogfight between you and Meister and Billy and all kinds of guys up there. Tell me how you were able to land this thing number 3.
Man, I was just trying to chase Cole the whole race, and on the restart, the reason we got slowed down so much, I think I blew up third gear in the trans because I was trying to go, and it just kept on hitting the rev limiter. So second half of the race, just 2 and 4, and I just stuck it to the pedal, put it to the floor, and just kept on going. Cole got me through the pack and told me where I should go and where I shouldn't go, and we just carried our momentum, and I'm just stoked.
Who helped you get up here?
Man, I got to thank all my sponsors, my dad, my mom, Winter Motorsports Group, Redline Oil, Signature Propellers, Competitive Edge Performance, Race Class, Skydive Elsinore, the Shock Shack, DJ did an awesome job, Timmy at Sign Pros, Jared at Competitive Edge built me a bullet. That motor was great. We had all power, even going 2 to 4. Cole at Clear by 1 spotting, and really thanks to Champ and all the Winter Motorsports groups. I love everybody out here, and just glad to be back on the box here at Wheatland.
Zachary Drapkin, P3 today in Pro Buggy. So we move on over to second place, Jordan Bernlower. Jordan, a tough day for you yesterday. I'm sure just being able to bounce back with a second today would have been good enough, but 1-2 with Cole's got to be even sweeter.
Oh yeah, for everyone who knows me, I don't really like second place, but I'm really happy to do it when my brother wins. So I couldn't give it up to him, and I'm so happy to see him up on the box and to be able to share it with him is incredible. I have so many people to thank, my mom, my dad, my wife. My wife isn't here, she's here. She's with our kids. I actually had to miss a really, really good friend's wedding for this. And so congratulations to Ethan and Sarah. Thank you to Jesse, J-Spec Race Prep. He gave us a great car, and we just kept having issues the whole weekend. So we finally got a chance to fight. So obviously I want to thank also Procare Indoors, Quality Contour, my spotter Jesse, Hankook Tires, Quality Contour, and literally any Bo Ambos, Tony Keepers, everyone who helps us get here. This was a rough weekend, but it made it all worth it, truly. So congratulations to my brother.
Jordan Bernlower, P2. And on top of the box today, Cole Bernlower. Cole, you showed some really good speed yesterday, had some bad luck, and then today had some dicey moments with Billy, but after you got clear of that, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, I knew I had the speed everywhere around the track except for in the tight sections. John was spotting for me, and I could actually, here today we rewired the whole car, so I was actually here for pretty much the first time ever. Anyways, it was desperately needed because I knew there was chaos behind me, so all I had to do was just trying to lead a smart race, and I got hit by Billy and kind of pushed him out wide, and so I got him back. I had to get him back right away, otherwise it probably wouldn't have happened again. So I know he's probably a little more aggressive than I am, and these guys are everyone's a dog here, so I gotta try and work with them. But anyways, yeah, happy to be back. Last year I had dizziness issues here and barely made it through, so it's cool to come back here a year after and get it done. So,
who helped you do it?
My team, my dad, J-Spec, Jesse, Quality Contour, Procare Indoors, Hankook Tires, and Shark Club. I feel like there's a couple more. Oh, and my family watching me back home, my wife and 2 kids. So.
Cole Bernlower, your round 2 winner here in Pro Buggy at Wheatland.
Thank you very much, Nolan, and congratulations to the Bernlower brothers getting it done. Zachary Drapkin, great to see you, buddy, up on the box. And, man, we're going back truck racing. Pro Spec right around the corner. Don't go anywhere. You're watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by Brunt.
It starts with a line, a choice, a commitment to the surface beneath you. On the street, track, or way off the map. We don't just build tires, we build an unfair advantage. From short course carnage to the wide open throttle of Baja, we've proven it in places where the weak don't survive. Built for every track, every trail, and the terrain in between. Maxxis tires, tread victoriously.
Yeah, I got that right turn. We're good.
Meet up at the compound group up.
That's turn 4. For sure, dog.
Good little driver, and straight on through.
AMSOIL, we're here at Wheatlands, Missouri. I want to tell you, we've got a lot of giveaways for all you fans that come out and check it all out. We got some car care products, wheel and tire cleaner, as well as decals, fast funnels, and a lot of other things. Also, if you sign up as a preferred customer, we're giving away free power banks, phone chargers, and also dry bags. So we have a lot of things going on. Come check out all of our products, come see Leroy, and we'll be happy to help you.
It's us, your friends here from K&N, here at Wheatland, here for the weekend. Come check out our booth. We got a whole bunch of new next-gen intakes displays. We got free swag. We got some putt-putt golf for you to come take your best swing at. We also got our full range of displays here in all of our products. Come check it out. And best of all, we got Jimmy Henderson's truck here for you to come and check out. See you guys here.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
What's up, everybody? We're here with John Holter. John, what are we doing this weekend?
We're racing. Rounds 1 and 2 of Champ Off-Road. I'm super excited.
So coming off the Pro Light Championship last season, focusing on the Pro 2 this year, what are we expecting?
You know, your guess is as good as mine. It's a new truck, so those always have a little bit of bugs, but no matter what, I think we're going to figure it out and we're going to be fast.
This is a track you've had a lot of success at in your career,
Yep.
been coming here for a long time, all the way since mod carts up to Pro 2. What are your thoughts on this track here in Wheatland?
Awesome, dude. It's big air, tight, technical, gets super fast. It's a lot of fun.
Have you looked at the track at all this weekend? And after what you've seen so far, what are we thinking on Yokohama tires for this weekend?
I looked at the track and we've been testing here, but you know, Yokohama tires, as always, I always run with the AT4. You know, that's my moneymaker right there. It's so much bite and just works awesome in this application.
Watch John Holter in the Pro 2 this weekend here in Wheatland, Missouri. Live all weekend on Flow Sports and on Fox Sports later.
For AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. The Pro Spec class is where the next generation of professional off-road talent cut their teeth. These identically built Pro Spec trucks level the technical playing field and put the spotlight squarely on driver skill. They utilize a Chevrolet Performance V6 aluminum engine and a G-Force 4-speed manual transmission. No advantage, no excuses. just raw talent on full display. With tight battles, massive airtime, and the hunger to prove they belong, every lap of Pro Spec is a statement. It's not just a race, it's a proving ground. Things are about to get heated. Get ready for Pro Spec.
A class that never disappoints, Pro Spec. Ton of talent, a ton of young talent in this class. One of those very young, talented drivers on the right-hand side of the screen there, Draxton Shimmick, took career win number 1 yesterday. And let's go back and look at some other events that unfolded. Wyatt Miller catching an edge up on the bike, couldn't make the save, collected Van den Elzen and a host of others. Sent Van den Elzen way back in the standings. He's looking to bounce back today. Miller was out after this crash as well with some front end damage. He'll be back at full strength, and Miller has a busy day ahead of him. When this race is done, he is going to immediately get out of here, jump on a plane, and head to California, Missouri to race some 360 sprints tonight. So pulling double duty.
Yeah, that's cool for Wyatt Miller. His parents have him in just about everything right now, and he's performing well. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit and ask him, how do you like driving those 360s? He's like, man, they really get up and go. And I've watched his social media, and he really gets on the gas, and he's one to watch in this sport as well. He loves off-road racing. His dream is to run Pro 4 and a 410 sprint car. So I would love to see him in both because he's just a natural behind the wheel.
Yeah, no doubt about that, but this is a very tough group of drivers here in Pro Spec. Every single driver you see on this lineup, other than the rookie Braden Beauchamp, has finished on the podium since the start of last year. Chris Van den Elzen pulls the pole position for this one. He is alongside Nick Visser, both of those drivers out there in brand new trucks for 2026. Draxton Shimmick was the winner in round number 1 yesterday. He is alongside Thriller Wyatt Miller. That's a couple teenagers mixing it up with the older guys in the class. Braden Beauchamp will start 5th. He is the rookie that I mentioned. He will be alongside Avery Hemmer, who has been battling an illness this weekend, but still out there trying to perform. Hunter Van Zyl yesterday, the 3rd place finisher in round 1, will start alongside Ronald Cosiza. And Dylan Parsons, the champion from 2 years ago, will start in the 9th spot.
Yeah, Dylan hasn't really shown anything this weekend. He's just not had the luck that he's wanted. He's a proven winner in the class, a proven champion in that 99. He knows how to get the job done, but it's hard. You look from 8th up all the way to 1st. Anybody at any given time, even the newbies like Braden Beauchamp, they have a shot at this thing.
You talk about proven winners. All those names that we just mentioned, either in Pro Spec or elsewhere, they're all proven winners in off-road racing. That's what it comes down to. You see they're rolling out on the racetrack. And your Yokohama top qualifier here for round 2 is Thriller Wyatt Miller, who put down the fastest lap of the race before he rolled over and had to drop out. Pulled a 4 for the invert, so he will roll off outside 2nd row.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet 73. He is so young. And then you look at Chris Van den Elzen and Nick Visser. They're proven winners as well. And it's got to be a little rough for the older guys, right, to let those younger guys push them around. But, hey, you're in the same cars. You're in the same class. It's called Pro Spec for a reason. So, hey, it's anybody's ball game. That's why I love what we built here, thanks to Ryan Beat.
Yeah, we had 2 teenagers on the podium yesterday. We'll see if the more seasoned drivers, we'll say, can fight back a little bit today. But like we said, a big opportunity for Visser and Van den Elzen rolling off that front row. We know Chris is excited about this new truck. He was here testing just a couple weeks ago. Nolan got a chance to talk with him in opening ceremonies, and he's excited. He's ready.
Yeah, and the notes for this race, you really got to be patient, though, Shane. You can't overdrive in these first couple laps, especially the first corner. We've seen some guys and gals having issues throughout the morning trying to get through turn 1, and there's round 1 winner, the 94 Yokohama Tires ride of Draxton Shimmick. I mean, he's been bad fast, coming out of the 570s and jumping right into Pro Spec. You got Braden Beauchamp moving from super stock truck to Pro Spec. So keep an eye. We're going to see some good car counts the rest of the year.
By the way, just a quick look at the numbers with Shimmick winning a race yesterday. That means 7 of the 9 drivers in this field have won a Pro Spec race. That's how evenly matched they are and how talented this field really is.
Well, Shane, we'll have to sit back and see who can get the job done here in round 2. It's Vandenels and Visser. Shimmick on the inside. Doesn't look like Visser got a good start.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he missed a shift or what's going on there, but a little bit slow out of the gate for the number 80 truck. That leaves Vandenelsen by himself out front. Hemmer and Beauchamp side by side as they go through turn 2. Looks like Hemmer is going to have that spot.
Oh, yeah, Visser off the pace, Shane. You've seen it. That's tough break for him with that brand new truck.
Yeah, he was on the podium in round 1, but maybe some gremlins here in round 2. That often happens with a brand new truck, as you see Vandenelsen himself in a brand new ride for this season, showing everybody else the way through turn 4.
Yeah, there's Shimmick right there. Avery Hemmer trying to dig deep to catch Chris Vandenelsen in that 66. Watch him how he's trying to stay square going through there. Shimmick a little squirrely. Look at Braden Beauchamp. Good drive here early.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a rookie so far as he's trying to stick a nose in there on Hemmer. Beauchamp might have the drive off the bottom side. He's going to be stuck on the outside as they go into this right-hander.
Yeah, Braden now trying to get the top 3.
A little bit out into the greasy stuff there. That's going to let Miller sneak on by now. Parsons trying to bully him out of the way a little bit as well. Miller getting crossed up in front of both of those two.
Yeah, there's just no room down there, and once you make that little bobble, it costs you a couple spots on the racetrack, so Beauchamp's going to have to put his head back down as Parsons took the bad end of it.
Parsons just gave a shot to the back bumper of Beauchamp as well. Welcome to the class, rookie. You got veterans every which way you look.
There's Bass Pro Shop's ride of Wyatt Miller in that Chevrolet. Braden Beauchamp trying to hunt him down, and here's that battle for the lead.
Oh, Shimmick starting to creep up now on Vandenelsen. We know Vandenelsen is really calculated, though. He's not going to overdrive like you talked about before this race started. He knows exactly how to set the pace.
And he has to, right? You're out front. Just got to calm yourself down. Bob Nash on the radio. He's been around the sport a long time. So he knows what to look for. He knows how the track's going to come together. And you try to give him a heads up, but Draxton Shimmick, he don't care right now. He wants to go for that lead. He wants to sweep the weekend.
Yeah, starting to crank up the pressure just a little bit on Vandenels, and everybody's starting to tighten up a little bit through the interior section of the racetrack.
There's Draxton, get a good drive out of that infield. Getting across up, oh, he gets squirrely.
Yeah, I think that
nice save.
That series of tight corners is still really slick down there.
There's Parsons.
Visser. Looks like Visser has gotten back up to speed a little bit, trying to fight his way back through the field.
Yeah, maybe something electrical, something that he just found on the dash. Maybe he hit a switch. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I was going to guess electrical myself, just being that it seems like it's an intermittent issue.
Chris Vandenelsen last time by, running a 127.953. Not the fastest. Wyatt Miller that last time by was the quickest by just a little bit.
Yeah, so Miller is the one to watch here. As he tries to chase down Avery Hemmer. Hemmer also a snowcross champion in the 25-26 season over this past winter.
Oh, Hemmer gets a little squirrely.
Just a little out of shape there. She was able to make that correction really quickly, though.
You commit on the Talladega turn, and if you don't commit at the right spot, you catch that blue groove. It wants to turn you right back around as we're flying above the thriller Wyatt Miller. Remember, he's going to California, Missouri later. He's going to run 360 sprint cars, so just getting him a little seat time for later.
He's just getting warmed up right now. Putting in a good day of overtime behind the wheel today.
Boy, Draxton's just not going away. The kid's learning so fast. Boy, Chris loves his new truck. He's just been showing it all over social media, and I'd be proud too. Cole Mamer, he is just a top-notch builder. I've been calling his races, watching him for a long time, and he's won in everything he's ever built, and man, hats off to him and his guys.
Yeah, previously Chris was running a converted Pro Light chassis, an old CJ Greaves truck. And over the couple of years he was running that truck, came up with a big, long list of things that he wished his truck could do, and he pretty much brought that to Cole, and Cole's like, yeah, we can try to incorporate all these things. And basically, they co-designed it from the ground up.
Yeah, and it's cool that they can advance their program like that. And see Avery Hemmer now some company behind her. Here comes the Thriller Wyatt Miller in the 73 Bass Pro Shops ride.
Miller looking down to the bottom side. Hemmer's out on that darker dirt where there's a little bit more grip, but Miller got a great drive off turn 3.
Yeah, Miller's gonna shoot off this table and try to drive in deeper than Avery here and try to slide job. Just a little bump on the front fender and just saying, I'll see ya.
Yeah, that's all fair play. Saw the opening and took advantage, and Miller on the move here. So we are still on the front side of that mid-race caution. Vanden Elzen doesn't seem to be bothered whatsoever that Draxton Shimmick has been staring at his rear bumper the last few laps.
Yeah, if you see back farther in the field, Braden Beauchamp still running in the top 5 his rookie season. Had some suspension issues coming in, and they dialed it back in for round 1, and now he feels a lot more comfortable. Boy, Vanden Elzen just holding his own here. We'll look at the lap times. Just laid down 2 seconds quicker that last time at 125.
The track is getting a whole lot faster as the moisture comes out of the dirt a little bit. Wyatt Miller continues to be the fastest truck on the racetrack, 7/10 quicker than Vanden Elzen that last time around.
So he's waiting for that caution.
Like we said, you know, Chris Vanden Elzen, especially with Robert Nash on the headset, they've got a game plan. They know that if he's out front, he doesn't have to give 110%. They know exactly how hard to push right now. Just maintain that spot. They know it's a marathon, not a sprint here in these pro races.
Yeah, and I watched Chris Vanden Elzen come off that front booter jump, and he really adjusts his truck nicely in the air. He'll tap that brake, set the front end down, and with this wind carrying you over to the right side, left on the camera, it's really sketchy. Here comes Braden Beauchamp now, working on Avery Hemmer.
Yeah, that's the battle for 4th. Looks like he's bringing Nick Visser along as some extra company as well. So 4, 5, and 6 starting to heat up just a little bit. So we should be coming to the halfway point this next time by. See if Beauchamp can make one more move.
He just said seat time's huge for him. We talked to his father back at their camp, and he just said, you know, it'll come. He's just learning the new truck, and I said it'll come sooner than later. I promise you that. There's that halfway point here. This top 3, Vanden Elzen, Shimmick, Miller, Hemmer, Beauchamp, and Visser making it back up to the 6th spot after who knows what happened in the first half.
Yeah, and looking at Visser's lap times, he's right in that same range with everybody else. The top 6 all running in that 125 range. So the speed is there for Visser. Not sure, again, what that issue was early on in this race, but he's got it sorted out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he can do in this second half.
Man, we're set up for a good one here, I'll tell you that much.
No mistakes.
Top
That's all I
4,
can say.
Top 4 all proven winners in the class. You got Beauchamp as the wild card here, a rookie in the class, only his 2nd time out against the rest of this field. Then right behind him, you got Nick Visser, another proven winner. Parsons in the 7th spot, a former class champion.
Yeah, Braden, he knows how to win in other classes, and it's just a matter of time. Like I said, I've been through him in some of my sprint cars, and he just adapted so quick. I'm like, you need to keep bugging Dad. You need to keep moving up through the field as we're gonna go back green flag racing here. It's Vanden Elzen, Shimmick, the Thriller Wyatt Miller, your top 3.
Man, really good launch there by Parsons. He's gonna drive down to the inside on Visser. No, looks like Parsons and Beauchamp got tangled up. They might be stuck together.
Oh, tough break for both of them. Look at this, we're 3 wide. Yeah, they're stuck, they're hooked.
Oh man, terrible news for both of those drivers.
That Highline Internet Chevrolet is parked there with the Toys for Trucks.
Meanwhile, out front, Wyatt Miller has gotten by Draxton Shimmick for 2nd, has his sights set on Vanden Elzen.
Boy, that didn't take long. All of a sudden, he just pounced on that opportunity as Vanden Elzen better just hold it. Just hit your marks. You know you love the truck, and it feels good. They both flatlanded it.
Right behind them, too, Hemmer and Shimmick were door to door in the air over the overpass leap. And I'll tell you, Visser right now is kind of a shark in the water. You cannot count him out. There's the first move by Visser, a little shove on Hemmer. See if he can make that pass stick.
Yeah, he's gonna have that inside. He'll just try to outbrake Avery Hemmer, put the truck right where it's supposed to be. As this battle for the lead is starting to heat up once again.
Battle for 1st and 2nd, a separate battle for 3, 4, and 5, excuse me. I told you we were set up for a good one. 2 minutes to go before we see the white flag here in Pro Spec round 2.
Yeah, it's Van den Elzen, Miller, Shimmick, Visser, now your top 4.
Both of our top 2 trucks ran a 126.5 that last time around, so basically identical lap times.
It's funny how the track really speeds up, and then at the end when it starts to go away, they start to lose time again, so it definitely chops apart.
I think we've reached that point where the track's starting to get away from these guys just a little bit.
Yeah, we've already lost almost a second, maybe a second and a quarter off of that last lap, and that's huge. As Wyatt Miller, it's go time if you're in second.
See Van den Elzen just keeping that rear tire on the cushion all the way around turn 4. This is critical right here for Van den Elzen. You got to be squared up through these jumps.
And you know, he takes all his notes out of all his other forms of racing, you know, all his setup passes, all what he's learned so far in his career, and that's what he's doing right now. He's studying Van den Elzen the last 2 laps. Okay, you want to go here? I'll follow you here for a little bit, but then I'm going to mark where you went, and I'm going to go opposite.
Yeah, Miller was trying to force the issue a little bit. He got to Van den Elzen's bedside. I might be seeing just a little bit of smoke out of Van den Elzen's truck as well.
I did. I was looking at the bedside. I was wondering if it was hanging up, but both fenders are on. The green flag's still out, and that time clock's at about a half a minute.
2 to go that time by. We'll see if Van den Elzen can hold on. Miller's starting to really charge hard as they go through turn 1.
You have to rely on that cushion right now. You can't afford to go across the bottom. You got to stay up on the top. If you're Wyatt Miller, he gets a little drive here. But you see on exit how he can drag it out.
I love the give and take. Van den Elzen left the door open. Miller was right beside him, but Van den Elzen knew that the outside line was a little bit quicker.
And that's what Wyatt's doing. That's what Wyatt's doing right now. Watch on exit as he flies off this booter. He's going to try to cross underneath, but Chris knows this.
Watch the chess match.
Look at
between
there
our
he
2
goes.
leaders.
Look at the drive he got, Shane.
Oh, he's going to have to get physical, though, if he wants to make this stick. I was going to say Chris is going to beat him down to that inside tractor tire either way. Back to the drawing board for Miller, but you see the thought process. Meanwhile, in the background, Visser going to work now on Draxton Shimmick.
Yeah, Van den Elzen is now just playing it possum. He's just chilling out, as is Wyatt Miller. He's just trying to hit his marks. You don't want to oversteer these turns. Like I said, right where that light dirt meets the dark dirt, you want to just hang that right rear coming out of there.
Yeah, both those drivers stayed right on the cushion as they headed for the tunnel. White flag is out this time by. And still a lot to be decided here in Pro Spec.
Boy, what a day for both these drivers.
They found each other on the racetrack yesterday when Miller was upside down and Van den Elzen had nowhere to go but to tap him.
So watch right here. You got to be careful if you're Van den Elzen. You're going to play the protected lines, right? Try to take away what Wyatt is throwing at you. And Wyatt's going to run the long way around. He knows he can get the drive out of Talladega. Watch, he'll drive right around on the outside. Just hope that Chris has enough grip on the bottom.
Well, we're going to find out. They're going to be door to door. It's a drag race as they head for the front tabletop. Miller on the outside. We'll see if Van den Elzen tries to beat him to the spot. They both jumped about 200 feet.
Yeah, Van den Elzen gives him a little kiss on the back bumper. Is it going to be enough? He lost him just a little bit there.
No, there's still opportunity here for Van den Elzen as they head for this infield rhythm section. You see Parsons pulled off to the side of the racetrack. That battle for third's not over yet either. We saw a glimpse of it in the background.
One little mistake, that's all it takes. If you're Chris, you got to put the pressure back on. It's hard to create a mistake out of Wyatt Miller, but hey, you got to try everything. You got to throw the towel in.
Whoa, and a big physical move in the background again. Visser trying to muscle his way past Shimmick as we enter the final turn. Miller starting to pull away a little bit from Van den Elzen. And the Thriller is going to get it done here in round 2.
What a drive. Just
great battle.
Moving his way through the field right up until the end. We love this Pro Spec class.
Visser, we didn't get to see a whole lot of Visser and Shimmick other than glimpses in the background, but those two were just at each other's throats that entire second half, and Visser comes out on top in that battle. Good way to start the season for Nick. A couple of podium finishes here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout.
But I just love how nobody's getting really upset, right? They're showing each other a fender. They're maybe knocking a fender off, but you have to be aggressive here in Wheatland, Missouri.
There's the full unofficial results. Shimmick settles for a 4th. Hemmer across the line in 5th. Beauchamp, after a good early showing, got tangled up with Parsons. He will finish in the 8th spot. Oh, this is going to be fun all season long, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to get better than this, and it's hard to say that, but we're going to have more trucks. These guys just keep getting better and better, and you can't give it up enough to these drivers for the effort they put out each and every weekend. They make those trucks and cars just so beautiful, and then we just tear them up for 20 minutes.
Yeah, same story on the track too, right? All the prep work they put in all week, and these trucks are going to chew it to bits and pieces. See Wyatt getting all the safety gear pulled off. And
he's so calm, cool, and collected in anything he drives.
He gets to enjoy this for about 5 seconds, and then he's got to go back to work, racing 360 sprints across the state a little bit later tonight.
Yeah, I can't imagine him going to 360. It'll be like he's walking his dog or something at home, the speed difference.
Right.
Be doing well over 120 miles an hour.
Well, we'll take a brief break. Let the drivers wipe the dust out of their eyes, and we'll come back and get the story from the top 3 in Pro Spec right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back once again to the Show Me Off-Road Shootout here in Wheatland, Missouri. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. I'm Brent Smith alongside my good friend Shane Stetsny, and what a stellar Pro Spec race. A lot of changes in track position throughout this one. Visser having some issues, but
man, it was a wild one.
It was fun.
Early on in the race, you saw Braden Beauchamp threatening Avery Hemmer for that number 3 spot. And then Parsons came over. Those two tangled up a little bit. Miller got collected almost in that ordeal, and later on, Miller hunting down Avery Hemmer. Just a quick left tap, and off he went. That was a pass for the 3rd spot on the racetrack.
Yeah, and they never stopped going back and forth. Draxton Shimmick never gave up. You see Wyatt trying to crisscross on Vandenelsen, and then Vandenelsen, he looked like he wasn't going to be able to be touched in the first half, but then Wyatt just kept picking it apart. Learning his lines, seeing where he could be quicker.
That entire time, Visser was hunting his way through the field. There's the move by Wyatt Miller, ultimately on Vandenelsen, coming through turn 3. Got the outside run.
Yeah, he just wound up that truck on the outside in that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet, flying well over 200 feet.
Unbelievable.
And then Vandenelsen tried to move him up out of the way to try to do anything.
Tried everything he could right down to the bitter end. And you see Visser, a little physical move there on Draxton Shimmick. It was tooth and nail between Visser and Shimmick right down to the end.
It's just going to be a war throughout this season.
Every race is going to look just like that one. Can't wait to hear what the drivers had to say about it. And they are collected down there on the podium with Nolan standing by.
Nick Visser picking up a hard-fought 3rd place finish in that one. Nick had an issue right away on the start and had to battle your way back through all the way to making a pass on Draxton there for this last podium spot right at the last second.
Yeah, it's new truck gremlins there. You know, we didn't have any problems yesterday, and just little stuff. I was sitting in staging. Usually we just let these things run. They run so cool, and all of a sudden I started looking down, and the temp just spiked like crazy, and it's like, what the heck? So I shut it off, go back out there. The temp was down to like 150, and we went to take off, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. I looked down, it was back up to 230. After that, it was just fine, but it was playing catch-up from there on. But I just want to thank everybody come out, all my crew that's come here, everybody that's watching at home. These guys racing out here, got a little bit scrunchy, a little bit dirty for a little bit today, so that's why I took that last chance at the podium spot there, off-road racing, using the body a little bit, you know. And anyway, thank you Yokohama Tire, Builder Service, Made Custom Apparel, B&B Containers, Fuller Sales and Service, Fastpack Productions, let's see who else. Dustin Pence, first and foremost, too, building me this rocket ship. I mean, we were definitely fast. The truck's feeling good. I got the jumps down today. That felt really good. Just had to work on my footwork a little bit. I think we'll be a force to be reckoned with yet this year. And then just thanks to everybody else. J&J Insulators, Wagner Oil, Argon Lumber, and then all the guys that came out here, thanks.
Nick Visser, third place today in Pro Spec. Move on over to our second place finisher, Chris Van Elzen. Chris, we talked in opening ceremonies. You were pretty jacked up about being on pole position, and you were able to keep it for about 90% of that one.
Yeah, that kid over there is pretty fast. So no, I mean, I'm not upset at all. It's a brand new truck. To lead most of the race and a couple mistakes just kind of threw it away, but it was good having Wyatt charge and push me a little bit more and more and more. And man, this truck that Cole Mamer built, it's on rails. I mean, frankly, I have to step it up a little bit more to get it going. But I have to thank my family, everybody that's out here, Nexen Tire, Blaster Racer on Demand, Agents for Autism, everybody that supports us. I'm pumped to have a podium today after how yesterday went. So there we go.
Chris Van Elzen finishing off the opening weekend with second place finish. And on top of the box, Wyatt Miller. Wyatt, you stalked Chris, tried to set him up there for a few laps. Tell me about the move when you finally decided it was go time.
Yeah, I was just watching him, trying to see where he was running, and he tried to throw a slider on himself, and so I crossed back under him and was able to get the run off the corner and then pass him in Talladega.
Who helped you get up here today?
Bass Pro Shops, Tough Go Flooring, Darren Odell's Body Shop, man, just everyone that helps.
Wyatt Miller on top of the box in round 2 of Pro Spec.
Thank you very much, Nolan. Congratulations to those 3 winners in Pro Spec, and don't worry, guys, it's going to get better yet.
I tell you what, 2 for 2 on really great action-filled pro races, and pro stock side-by-side is going to be absolutely no different. 16 cars sitting down there and staging. We're about ready to turn them loose here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. Stay with us.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
This isn't about timing or tradition. It's about crafting the right tool to erase the middle ground and draft the blueprint for what's next. Overkill, they say? Or is it? ZF Moto. Experience more.
Race teams don't settle, neither should you. The garage just got an upgrade. Wash it, shine it, protect it. A complete detailing suite engineered for the track and built for your driveway. Born from 65 years of motorsports, built by a century of chemical engineering. Track tough, garage ready. The only cleaner that smells like the scent of victory. One product line, 2 worlds. Who's your daddy? Who's your mama? Visit who'syourtire.com to order today.
lubricants. We validate them under real-world stress and intense dyno testing. We push these machines in the field log the data, then recreate and exceed those conditions in the lab. After rigorous testing, we tear them down and inspect every critical component. From the trail, to the rocks, to the job site, AMSOIL UTV products are tested, proven, and ready to protect.
The Pro Stock side-by-side class is where production-based performance meets pro-level intensity. These side-by-sides may start on the showroom floor, but once the green flag drops, they are anything but ordinary. Tight wheel-to-wheel battles, explosive launches, and relentless action make this one of the most unpredictable and exciting classes on the circuit. With strict stock rules and a stacked field of top-tier drivers, it's all about pushing the limits of what these machines and their pilots can do. Factory-built, battle-tested, unequaled action. This is Pro Stock side-by-side.
We welcome you back once again here to Wheatland, Missouri, and we are just moving things along. We're already up to the Pro Stock side-by-sides, and man, this class never disappoints, but there's a host of great drivers.
Yeah, this thing is dripping with talent. Every one of these drivers is extremely fast. There you see the lineup, Trent Ouellette and Jay Kosmecki on the front row. David Gay and Colin Truitt right behind them. Brody Sands and the round one winner, Cross Kirchmeier, in row 3. Robert Loire filling in for CJ Greaves will start 7th alongside TJ Sewers. Then it's Jeb Boodle, Benjamin Heiting, Cody Jones, Brady Hendricks, Lucas Houle, Cameron Berg, Tom Rutkowski, and Colton Krejcik. They'll have to start dead last in this field of 16, and there you see your Yokohama top qualifier, Cross Kirchmeier. He was the fastest qualifier on Friday for round 1, set the fastest lap in yesterday's race on his way to victory. His first Champ Off-Road victory, by the way.
That's so amazing to see. He was so excited. He loves to be a part of this sport. You never not talk about him in any race he's in. He's always digging right up until the end. And we're getting ready to take the green flag here in Pro Stock. Such a cool layout. If you haven't been here, mark it on your calendars for next year. Such a fast, technical track. If you're a race car driver, you want to drive on one of these. Here we go, Shane.
Green flag is out for Pro Stock side-by-side, round number 2. Ouellette on that inside off the front row is going to lead everybody down into turn 1. He's got David Gay right on his heels.
Kosmecki now trying to drive down to the bottom. He did that earlier in round 1. What do you see?
Well, a big stack up down on the bottom, but Ouellette went way wide. They put down a pretty good coat of water before this race to try to keep some moisture into the surface.
Boy, this is scary for everyone else, though. David Gay sits out front, heading to that roller jump. Just watch the airtime for these Pro Stocks. Just sending it off that front booter. And you got to get hard on the binders. Got to get the car to rotate. You don't want to hit that wall.
And Ouellette again, all over the place, trying to gather it back up. He's going to lose at least one more spot. Now the round 1 winner, Kirchmeier, finds himself in 3rd. Colin Truitt there in 4th. Ouellette able to hold on to a top 5 spot as it stands right now.
Boy, you see the leaders using that dust to their advantage. They're putting that left front down in there and creating some havoc for the rest of the field. The track looks to be in great shape. Oh, Truitt goes up on 2.
Well, Truitt was driving up on one of the wheels on Kirchmeier's car. That's why he was all off kilter.
Jay Kosmecki, I'm looking for him to have a great season. Put in the off-season work. Always wants to keep up to date on what's going on, and he's definitely created himself to be a great driver in this class. To catch David Gay, it's not no easy feat.
Kirchmeier now going to work on Kosmecki. Kirchmeier, one of only 2 Hondas out there on the racetrack.
Whoa, drove right across the bottom. What a nice slide job.
You'll remember in round 1, though, Kirchmeier was doing the same thing, just preferring the bottom line, and he committed to it throughout that entire race, and it paid off.
Just the hookup that he has right now. Kirchmeier, the number 1 or the number 13 of Berg off the pace. We just talked to him earlier.
Yeah, tough break. He was excited to get out there and do battle with the rest of these guys in pro stock.
There's
back up front though. Kirchmeier really starting to reel in David Gay.
Yeah, his tire combination, whatever he did for setup to come into this weekend, that car just drives out of the corners. He had to move off the other lane.
Yeah, that was a big lane change there by Kirchmeier. Now he'll move back down to the inside lane.
Kosmecki staying right to the rear bumper.
Truett now joining the party as well. Top 4 nose to tail through the infield. Kirchmeier gives a little shot there to the back of David Gay's car.
Like a little accordion effect going through there. Then you can tie him with a chain together.
I'm watching Kirchmeier. He keeps searching left, right, just trying to find a window of opportunity. There it is as they go into the final turn.
Yeah, and he'll check up here to make sure he stays behind him. And now he'll lead this race to click off this lap. 8 minutes to go this time by in pro stock.
I'm excited about what the rest of this race has in store for us. Kirchmeier in the number 1 spot for now, as you see Truett starting to reel in Kosmecki just a little bit more.
Yeah, Colin has a good car. He knows how to drive these things. He's in 2 different classes, so he knows where to look, where the track falls apart. You just got to get the right setup.
Yeah, and Truett has been so snake-bitten this entire time that he's raced at Champ Off-Road. If it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have none at all.
Cross Kirchmeier just flying in front of this field. Look at that air time. Such a big transition, especially like we said earlier in round 1. If you just walk this track, you have stories, not feet, it's stories that you got to talk about on these jumps.
Well, Truett still on the charge there in that 4th spot. Driving a little bit hungry right now, trying to bounce back from his 4th place finish yesterday.
Yeah, Truett just has nowhere to go right now. Kosmecki trying to run that bottom line as David Gay still staying right there in 2nd. As the time clock sheared off another 1.5 minutes. So what a time it's taken to get around this place, about 1:29. Kirchmeier did a 1:27.890.
Yeah, whatever he did to prepare for this specific racetrack, my goodness.
And when you can see it from our point of view on camera, you're like, wow, what did he do?
Gained another 1.3 seconds that last time around, as here goes Truett now with a run, trying to get alongside Kosmecki. Truett way sideways.
He went in a little too early on the rotation.
Able to gather it back up there.
But remember, you got the halfway. You don't want to spin around.
Yeah, I think Truett's just that hungry, though. He wants to move up as quickly as he can. 6 minutes left on the clock before we'll see the white flag.
Jake Kosmecki in that race-driven ride, just trying to negotiate these turns.
Truett just backing it in, almost like a Pro 4.
Yeah, he needs to do that to catch these 2. He knows he's going to get a little bit of a break here in a couple laps. You got to see where they're running, see if you can run that pace. And he shows that he is. Truett right now in that 17.
Yeah, creeping up on Kosmecki once again as they go through these tight left and right-hand corners.
It's like when you're in this S section, you just got to beat the guy to the next spot, right? It's not a long straightaway. You have to really sit back and try to put yourself in position to maybe make a block pass if you need to do it late in the race. There's 5 minutes to go this time by. There goes David Gay, Jake Kosmecki, Colin Truett. Pretty much standing out right now in this field.
Starting to see a lot of dust come up. Like I said, this is a full field of 16 cars that is blowing that moisture off the top of this racetrack. Breezy afternoon here in America's heartland.
Yeah, and that breeze is for real, and then you put a 2-story jump up on top of it. That's why you've seen some of those pro specs changing directions left to right off of it. Here comes Truett again. He's going to bonsai this jump.
Perfect landing there by Truett. He'll have a great run down into turn 4. Trying to stay just equal right now with Kosmecki.
I think before this halfway, you're going to see Truett try to make an aggressive move.
Yeah, Truett really doesn't have any pressure on him from behind. Oeletta is about 5 seconds behind all these drivers.
Ah, that ain't nothing, right? You got 5 seconds. You can try something here.
We'll see if he tries to just push a wheel in here on Kosmecki.
They've actually caught David just a little bit.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kirchmeier, you saw a glimpse of him there, just a white flash off the side of his Honda. He is by himself out front. But we have reached the halfway point, so that interval is now erased. Honda leading 3 Polarises here at the halfway point.
It started out really aggressive and fun to watch, and then it just like they got in their zone and they just chilled out. But I can guarantee you they're going to turn it up, and I talk about it all the time. You have almost a month till Anago to fix these cars, so you got to let it all hang out here in round 2 if you can.
Yeah, not that they're going to take unnecessary risks, but they are going to dial up the aggression, no doubt about it. And for all those drivers behind Kirchmeier, they know that they have to. He was this fast yesterday. He was this fast on practice and qualifying day.
But I mean, he's fast everywhere right now. And then you say qualifying and practice day. I mean, he's collected everything on the weekend, and that's very big confidence for him and his small team. His wife and kids work on the cars with him.
Yeah, his dad gives him a lot of help as well. Small family team. He's a business owner back home.
Well, whatever he's doing right.
He's figured it out.
He is bad fast in that 75. It's going to be Cross, Kirchmeier, David Gay, Jay Kosmecki, Colin Truett. Your top 4 as they roll to this restart, Shane.
By the way, Robert Loire in fill-in duty finished 6th, driving for CJ Greaves yesterday, and that's where he is here in round 2 as well at the halfway point.
Well, here we go. We'll see what Cross can do.
Man, just like that, Kirchmeier able to open up about 6 or 7 car lengths over the rest of the field.
That's what I was telling you, Shane. That car just hooks up. I don't know if it's the tire cut or just the balance of the car. That thing just rocket ships out of there.
Looks like Robert Loire might have moved up a spot on that restart. Yes, he did. Oelette got shuffled back a couple positions.
Picking up some big points for CJ Greaves when he comes back later in the year. Such a cool opportunity for him to drive that 33 Monster Energy back ride.
Another good look at the Honda of Kirchmeier. He has been untouchable this entire time here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout.
Wow, so dusty through there. Hard to pick out the cars from our angle. You imagine being in the car.
Yeah, that's got to be
these hills.
Got to be really tough.
Yeah, if you ever find a hill around your area by your property or that, go up to it and then put a big dust cloud in front of it and be like, good luck, because that's what it's like. Oh, Truett up on the bicycle, sets it down. That might cost him.
Yeah, you saw Loire closing in on him in a hurry. Looks like Truett able to hold on to that spot. But maybe an opportunity for Loire here to move up yet another spot in the second half of this one.
Cross Kirchmeier 0.8 of a second faster that last time by. It didn't even take him that long.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Loire right below us trying to make a move on Truett late in this race. About a minute and a half to go. Track definitely going away. We've said it all weekend, but it's been a beautiful track. If you're an off-road racer, you'd love to be here.
And we've just about reached our 80-degree high temperature. That's just one more factor making it really tough to keep the moisture in the track. You see all that blue groove starting to pop up.
Yeah, and they really haven't had much equipment out there because they kind of leave it alone. They know how it's going to break apart. But once you get that water on that hard rock pack surface, that is not good.
Hard rollover by Tom Rutkowski. You can see the right front wheel on that car was already sheared off by the time he had come to a stop. We're going to go back and take another look. Tumbling after the front tabletop.
Yeah, we're red flagged, I believe, right now. They're going to come to a stop after that big crash.
Yeah, that is a nasty rollover. We only caught the tail end of it. But we're going to hang out and get our safety teams over to check on Rutkowski. That was a nasty rollover, hard landing. So everything will come to a stop. You see, as it stands right now, 58 seconds left on the clock. So we'll have a sprint to the finish here. And again, we'll see if Kirchmeier can do it one more time. He's, like I said, pretty much been untouchable this whole weekend. Fastest qualifier Friday, set the fast lap yesterday while winning the race. He's been the fastest car on the racetrack so far, and he's pulled away on all these restarts.
Yeah, and he's had different opportunities to maybe make a mistake or fade off on a restart. But when he gets out front, he just walks away from the field. As I'm looking down there, he has a set of Hoosier tires on that ride, and they look to be cut pretty aggressive, and yet he still has a lot of rubber on it.
So if you're David Gay, Jake Kosmecki, Colin Truitt, you've watched Cross drive away from you a couple times already in this race. What's the game plan on this restart?
Well, you just got to go for a move right away. I don't think there's time to wait around and be like, I'll set up something for 2 laps to go. He's been very dominant. When he gets out front, like I said, it's hard to catch him and reel him in. But I think these first 2 turns, you can't blow turn 1, but maybe by the S turns, set him up, maybe make a dive bomb try or a pass. If you want to win, you got to go for something.
Yeah, it seems like setting it up in 1 and 2 and maybe turn 3 is your opportunity. You kind of got to go for broke, and I guess that's a decision they have to make too for those drivers that were running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Is it worth possibly throwing away the spot you have, or are you content? I don't think any driver is content settling for a spot if they think they can move up, but that's the thoughts I'm sure that are, and the conversations going on with spotters at this moment right now.
Yeah, and I always said you got to make best of what your day can be, and you want to win at any given time, but sometimes if you're putting yourself in a wrong situation where it might cost you a 10th place spot rather than a podium, well, then it doesn't make sense. So you got to really figure out and just judge yourself and make sure that you have all your ducks in a row to plan your race to be there in the end of the year championship.
Well, good news. Tom Rutkowski is removing his safety equipment by himself down there. See all of the champ safety teams, as well as the Lucas Oil safety team, making sure everything's okay. He's having a conversation down there with Vernon Marvin.
You can see right behind that tow truck, that big hole.
Man,
just a big divot.
Well, red flag here in Pro Stock side by side. 1 minute left on the clock. We will take a short break and see the thrilling conclusion right after this.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
This isn't about timing or tradition. It's about crafting the right tool to erase the middle ground and draft the blueprint for what's next. Overkill, they say? Or is it? ZF Moto. Experience more.
Off-road shootout had a brief red flag while we were taking a look at Tom Rutkowski. You see the divots that his rollover left down the raceway right after that huge Brunt tabletop. We did see Tom climb out of the car under his own power. He was having a conversation with the safety team. So great news for Tom Rutkowski, and we hope that everything is A-okay. He'll get checked out by medical professionals, but again, all signs point to him being just fine. And we've got 60 seconds left in this Pro Stock race, Brent. I'm really excited to see the conclusion to this one. Like we were talking about, Cross Kirchmeier has looked untouchable, but those guys right behind him on this restart, they've got a shot at this thing.
Yeah, it's never over until it's over. You have to take every lap and put it in your pocket, and Cross Kirchmeier right now is really dominant. But like I said earlier when we came into this race, you have to maybe make a bullet pass at the end to give your chance or yourself a chance to win, and you got to set yourself up when you need to set it up. And I couldn't tell them when they knew to, but right now it's all Cross.
Yeah, you couldn't script a finish to this Pro Stock race any better. It's going to be a very short run from this green. Should be 2 laps to go when they come back to it. So you see Kirchmeier leading the rest of the field through turn 3. So they'll get a pace lap to cool the cars down a little bit after sitting still and collect their thoughts.
Yeah, this takes a lot of drivers out of their game sometimes, right? You got to refocus yourself. You sat in staging for 20, 30 minutes, got out here, then you had the competition caution, thinking the race is going to be done about 5 minutes ago, and now you have to go on a red flag, talking to your spotter, and I would just like to be left alone, right? Just tell me what I don't want to hear in a way, but like, hey, let me know I got my comfort, but just let me do my thing.
Right, just when everything's on the line, that's when all of a sudden the adrenaline crashes and you got to come to a complete stop. Well, like I said, we were set up for a wild finish. Just got word from race control. It will be 1 lap to go. So they'll take the green and the white, and it's a 1-lap sprint. So again, for those guys behind Cross Kirchmeier, David Gay, Jay Kosmecki, Colin Truitt, and Robert Loire, I say it's go time quite a bit, but it's seriously go time. You have one really good opportunity, I think, to get past Kirchmeier, make a couple quick moves, and he might check out again.
Yeah, and that's what I said. You have to make that strike at him early. Otherwise, you can just look at the rear bumper, and he's going to double down this weekend. But he has got his game on this weekend. Those Hoosier tires are digging in this soil, and it's a weird clay, but I'd love to bring a bunch of truckloads home with us. That stuff stays together throughout the weekend.
Well, a lot to be decided, and not a lot of time to decide it here for Pro Stock Side by Side. Kirchmeier will lead us back to this restart, and it's a 1-lap sprint to the finish.
Well, here we go. We'll see what they can do. They can't even get to the rear bumper in turn 1 across.
Huge dust cloud. Oh, Truitt getting a little bit out of shape. Loire has already moved up 1 spot, and he's not done. Loire gave it a little shove to Kosmecki.
Well, Kosmecki got a little squirrely after that bump and run by Loire, but Loire, he looks to be in the podium's position here in 3rd.
Yeah, we wondered who was going to be aggressive on that restart. Turns out it was Robert Loire, 5th to 3rd in just a couple corners.
David Gay finds himself in 2nd here.
Now Truitt back on his horse. He was trying to creep back up on Loire. There is Kirchmeier headed down for the infield. Man, he just pulled away from everybody.
Wow, he's just on a Sunday drive. Once you give him 500-600 feet, he gets in his zone. And boy,
look at Truitt. Truitt just bullied Loire out of the way and stole that spot back. Here comes Kosmecki trying to follow him through the door.
Yeah, Kosmecki is trying to do a little bump and run as well, staying with Truitt in that 17, and this is where it gets tricky. You can't afford to go around. These are big points to head into Anago.
One last time through the tunnel. It's Kirchmeier and Gay. They've got some breathing room running 1 and 2.
Well, bring out the broom, Shane. He's going to get the job done here in Pro Stock Side by Side. Just a dominant performance this weekend by Cross.
What a weekend for Cross. Kirchmeier takes home just about every championship point that he possibly could, as we've got a car upside down on the final lap here. That's TJ Sewers flipped on his lid. David Gay was able to hold on for 2nd. Truitt, a hard-fought 3rd place finish. A lot of drama on that final lap. Kosmecki and then Jeb Boodle on the final lap actually snuck into the top 5 just in front of Robert Loire.
Unreal, though. That finish, just, they never say die attitude in these teams. And you look at our Pro Stock unofficial race results. Cross Kirchmeier taking the big win. David Gay 2nd, Colin Truitt 3rd. Then it's Jay Kosmecki, Jeb Boodle, and
Robert
the rest
Loire.
of the field. Yeah, Loire, he looked to be in a podium spot.
He was for a moment there, but a lot of action on that final lap, and nobody had anything for Kirchmeier. And with that, we're 3 for 3. Absolutely incredible racing here in round 2. More of the same on the way, no doubt about that. We'll take a short break, hear from Wheatland, and hear from the first Pro Sweep recipient of the weekend, Cross Kirchmeier, headed to the top of the box in Pro Stock right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
Wheatlands, Missouri. I want to tell you, we've got a lot of giveaways for all you fans that come out and check it all out. We got some car care products, wheel and tire cleaner, as well as decals, fast funnels, and a lot of other things. Also, if you sign up as a preferred customer, we're giving away free power banks, phone chargers, and also dry bags. So we have a lot of things going on. Come check out all of our products. Come see Leroy, and we'll be happy to help you.
It's us, your friends here from K&N, here at Wheatland, here for the weekend. Come check out our booth. We got a whole bunch of new next-gen intakes displays. We got free swag. We got some public golf for you to come take your best swing at. We also got our full range of displays here in all of our products. Come check it out. And best of all, we got Jimmy Henderson's truck here for you to come and check out. See you guys here.
We welcome you once again back at Lucas Oil Speedway for AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny. And it's been a beautiful day and a lot of great racing as we recap this last one.
Yeah, this was a wild one. All the way back at the start of this race, it was Trent Ouellette with the early hole shot. Pushed a little bit wide. That turned the lead over to David Gay with Kosmecki hot on his heels.
Yeah, Kosmecki showed a lot of speed through this race. Consistency was huge for him. See that retaining wall biting a couple cars throughout the race.
Yeah, control definitely an issue for a handful of our drivers in the pro stock field. And then Cross Kirchmeier went to work. He was not to be denied. Cruises past Kosmecki there. A few corners later, starts to apply the pressure there to David Gay. Found the inside line.
Yeah, David just opened the door a little bit too much there, and Cross just took advantage of that. And then on that final restart, you just thought somebody would have something for Kirchmeier, but
yeah, every single restart that we saw, just Kirchmeier pulling away from everybody else. Big crash by Tom Rutkowski. We did see him climb out of the car, and he was carrying on a conversation with the safety team. We wish him the best.
Robert Loire tried to do a little bit of battle here late in the race. He found himself in third for a little bit, but everyone is just using their muscles, just pushing each other out of the way.
You have to here at Wheatland. It's kind of the name of the game. But you see our top three finishers assembled on the podium, and we've got Nolan standing by. Nolan, we're 3 for 3 on awesome pro races here in round 2.
We absolutely are. Coming in third now was Colin Truitt. Colin, it's been kind of a trying weekend so far for you. I'm sure it feels good to get the monkey off the back, see a checkered flag, and put her on the box.
Yeah, I was worried I was going to get another fourth to end the weekend in pro stock, and I was a little hungry for it. I put my elbows out on that final lap, but hey, when you get the green white on the same time, you got to do what you got to do. And just happy to be up here finally. Hopefully get the monkeys back off our back, like you said. We got one more race, but we're going to play it smart and just kind of wait for half the field to go. And that was a super fun race. These guys kind of made it tough. Me and Jake battled the whole time. I know somebody was up close to me too in the rear, and it's just a tight race. I'm super excited for the class this year, just being this tight and this fun. But it's a joy to be here, I tell you that. It's a joy to be on the box after all this.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get up here?
It's a group of people. Jody Hickman for sure. He's done so much for me in my program, and so much speed, so much work on the car. Hoosier Tires, Polaris Razor, Graphic Guys, Maxima Racing Oil, Racing Electronics, the radios. Kaiser Wheels is a big group of people, and I feel like I'm off my rhythm right now, but I just got to thank everybody that helps me and believes me, and hopefully we just keep it up this year.
Colin Truitt, P3 here in round 2 with Pro Stock side-by-side. David Gay brings it home second today. David, really nice, consistent weekend for you to start the season. Pair of podiums, can't ask for much more than that.
No, you can't. I'm just happy to come away where I'm at right now. I improved over yesterday, so that's good. I just wanted to salvage this weekend because, like I said, I'm most uncomfortable at this track compared to all the tracks we run at this season. So to get third yesterday and then one up that with a second today, I think that exceeds my expectations for the weekend. So I'm really excited with the result and really excited to move on to Anago.
Who helped you do it?
My wife Kenzie, my spotter Neil, Speedworks, Polaris Razor, Method Race Wheels, Hoosier Tire, Fox Shocks, Patience Metal Fab, 75 Designs Graphics, AIM Sports, Rugged Radios, Freedom Race Lifts, and Piper Chiropractic. Thank you.
David Gay, second place today in Pro Stock. And on top of the box once again today, Cross Kirchmeier. Cross, how about it, man? That thing was hooked up all weekend long. This has got to feel sweet.
Oh yeah, man, it's awesome to come out here and get a sweep. Obviously, like I said, first win was yesterday, so backing up today really means a lot.
Who helped you get up here?
Always Jesus Christ, Savior, me and my family, everything. While we're blessed to be here. My dad, countless hours. I mean, even yesterday we had to make a tire swap last minute, and he sat there and grooved all 4 tires so fast, and his arm was wore out, but he got through that. So George, you got PPI back at home helping us with tuning, Red Camel, hopefully a chocolate milk sponsor soon if anyone knows anyone. But yeah, no, we're just thankful here. Thanks for Champ putting on these races, letting us have some more to come race.
Cross Kirchmeier on top of the box, sweeping the weekend here at Wheatland.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nolan, and congratulations to Cross Kirchmeier. Man, what a race for that kid. I mean, he's just building his program weekend after weekend, and now, you get one win, Scott, and then you double it down. Man, you're really confident the rest of the year.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great way to start the season, and it just keeps your momentum all the way throughout the year.
Yeah, based on what you've seen so far, we talked to you yesterday. You had seen a couple pro races. You came up for Pro Light yesterday just like you have today. But you saw the rest of pro racing yesterday. It seems like the anxiety for the drivers and the intensity is just ratcheted up a little bit here for round 2. Are you kind of getting that same sense?
Well, that's always the case on Sundays. The thing about Saturdays is you got to work all night to get them ready for Sunday. Sunday, you just got to figure out a way to push them in the trailer. So everybody should remember that because it makes it exciting.
Yeah, as long as they fit to pull them back home, you can fix whatever you got to fix. We got a long layover until Anago too, which is really nice. 3 weekends off before we go to rounds 3 and 4. So, yeah, I expect to see more of the same. This Pro Light race coming up next, a little bit smaller field, but even those trucks that we saw yesterday, they still put on one heck of a show.
They put on a great show, and with the horsepower they have, and the track width, and there again, the track is the star of the show today again, because it's gotten hard again, it's getting dusty, they're going to have to put water on it, going to make it super slick. These guys are going to not only have to find traction, you know how it is once the track is dry for that long, it starts developing these holes, and once that crust gets broke and these holes start developing, they can bite those Pro Lights really quick.
Yeah, and I just love it. This track is so amazing. I said it multiple times this weekend. If you're an off-road racer or any dirt track racer, you want to come to a place like this because the drivers rise to the top at the end of the day. You got to put your thinking cap on, and if you don't, you find yourself in the back of the pack. But we've seen a lot of great driving as well as a lot of mistakes.
Where do you stand on this, Scott? Because we had conversations with drivers last night. It was probably like 60-40 drivers that said the track was a little bit too rough. But then one of the last people I talked to at the dirt track last night was Dan Vandenheuvel, who you raced against for years and years. He said, I love this track. I love that it's a little bit rough. It makes for better racing. Where do you stand on the issue?
Oh, I don't think it's too rough at all. I think all these tracks can be toughened up a little bit. I mean, the rhythm section through here is almost like an off rhythm for the Pro 2s and Pro 4s because they can almost, if they didn't have to make that corner after those after the rhythm, this is after the over there. They could double the last two, but they have to get out of it. They're braking when they're going through it, but that's all good stuff because you see the trucks swap, you see different things happen. Even with the Pro Lights, we saw it yesterday where they swap back and forth. The one swap the wrong way, you've lost 2 or 3 positions.
Right. Well, we'll see how it unfolds in Pro Light. That's just moments away. We'll take a short break here from the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. Shane Brent and Scott Douglas will be on the call in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
This isn't about timing or tradition. It's about crafting the right tool to erase the middle ground and draft the blueprint for what's next. Overkill, they say? Or is it? ZF Moto. Experience more.
In AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, Pro Light is where finesse meets speed. These mid-size monsters are built for battle. Lightweight, nimble, and dangerously quick. With two-wheel drive, unforgiving tracks, and unpredictable scenarios, drivers dance on the edge of control every lap. Close quarters, high stakes, you'll see class veterans clash with up-and-comers. It's the class where even the best will be tested. Hang on, this is Pro Light.
It's a beautiful sunny day here in Wheatland, Missouri for the Show Me Shootout. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsy. Scott Douglas filling in with us in the booth. Always great to call the Pro Light race, and there's 5 great trucks out here. It's a smaller field, but they put on one heck of a show.
Yeah, yesterday that race was phenomenal. You see that the number 2 of Connor Berry has the pole position. That's Drake Matag filling in. Connor Berry recovering from a knee injury. Seems to be going around. You got CJ out with a knee injury. Connor Berry himself sidelined here for the opener. Michael Funk will be on the front row alongside him. Travis Millhausen Jr. and Joe Machosik in that second row, and Sam Rasmussen also in the field. And Michael Funk is your Yokohama top qualifier. He was wicked fast yesterday, and then the race seemed to get away from him a little bit as the track got a little bit more difficult. Scott, Funk made a couple mistakes, and that made the difference.
Yeah, Funk and Millhausen both, they have something to prove today because of the fact that they were the ones who somewhat gave it up. Matag was really fast. He deserved everything he got, but then again, they gave Matag the opportunities to take the win.
We talked about it yesterday. Sometimes as a driver, you have to let the race come to you a little bit. That's exactly what Matag did, and it fell into his hands perfectly.
Absolutely, and you know, the family there again, we know who's on the radio. That's a secret weapon. So putting him on the pole, that's dangerous right now.
Yeah, Funk better get a good start here. He's been really fast anywhere he's driven. He's just got to be more patient, dial in his driving style like he likes to do. And here we go. Drake Matag, Michael Funk starting this off.
Funk's got to stay with him in turn 1 here because his opportunity's turn 2, but it looks like he's possibly lost that already, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think Funk might have had the right idea. He ran really wide in turn 1 to get this big run, but
look at that run Millhausen got too.
Yeah, Matag saw it coming from Funk there and stole that line away from him. Now it'll be Millhausen down to the bottom side in turn 3.
He found the dry dirt there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of grip down there. You see Joey Machosik, he had issues coming into today, so he just wanted to get that green flag, get some points.
Yeah, tough break for Joey. We talked to him earlier today, off screen, off camera, off microphone, and he was telling us he had some issues with his motor on Wednesday. They switched to the backup motor and then had some catastrophic issues with that yesterday, so really tough way to start the season for Machosik.
2 corners ago, I saw Matag have a little push there, and so he's got to find the dry dirt. I mean, in the wet stuff, that truck seems to want to push, so he's got to be careful of that.
Oh, and trouble for Millhausen as well.
Yeah,
right before that tabletop, he got a little bit crossed up, over-rotated that truck.
But Scott, you know better than anybody, it's a happy medium, right? You got to find that perfect line. It's going to change no matter what, so you really need to know what you're doing, and what Funk's doing is just trying to run that pace, but Matag, he's showing the way. Pushing again, though.
Absolutely. I think Funk's just got to wait for this thing to, bide his time, not get too crazy, and let a couple laps and let this thing dry out a little bit, because If you go offline right now, you are going to be slipping and sliding and pushing the truck and never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right now the wind and the heat that we have here this afternoon is going to do the drivers a favor, at least for the first half of this race or so, as it dries the track out. It'll come in. We've seen the trend so far through pro racing. Lap times get quite a bit faster as you approach halfway, and then maybe the first couple laps after halfway still a little bit quicker, and then the track starts to go away a little bit too far.
And that turn 3 you just saw them guys go through, that's on a really awkward turn, especially for these pro lights, because it's so long around there. To try and make it a nice clean drift is really tough.
And another big push from Matag.
Yeah.
Oh, and Funk with the opposite problem.
See, right where you want to capitalize, you make the same mistake. It hurts you. Now Millhausen takes that spot away.
Now we just need Millhausen to just sit back and be clean, let it dry out a little bit, and then start putting the pressure on, because when you're trying to put the pressure on when it's a one-line track and you have wetness on the outside of the line, when you go out there, you're really taking a big risk.
Yeah, it's going to suck you right into it as Matag still trying to negotiate these turns. Look at that. Using that throttle, though, you have to rotate those trucks, but you got to be easy on it.
So everybody a little bit spread out, and I think that's good for the drivers too in some regards. Everybody can calm down a little bit, kind of run at maybe 80%, like you said, Scott. Just let this track come in a little bit.
I'm surprised that he's not using his cutting brake at that point, right? Doing it a couple different times. It does shear off a lot of speed, but at least you can get that back end from underneath you.
Well, I think he doesn't have a whole lot of laps in this truck, so he's probably not familiar with the whole thing. So he's learning as he goes, and I think his big theory is let's not make a big mistake. If we make a couple pushes and make a couple small mistakes, that's fine, but let's not spin her out.
I know Connor Berry's sitting there smiling, hey, that's his truck. And like Shane said in round 1, that other than iRacing, a truck, he really never sat in one. But you know who his family is, Chad and Doug Matag. They've always competed at a high level.
And I saw Chad with the headset heading up there. Oh, big push and off the track into the barrier.
That hurts.
Right into the end of that catch fence.
See the front end on that truck. Man, how did it break anything?
Looked like he kind of hit it with his passenger side door, if anything.
Okay.
So he'll collect himself. It's been an eventful one, even with only 4 trucks left on the racetrack.
I know these are only pro lights and they're smaller V8s, but they got a ton of horsepower for how small they are. And I think right now, if one of them was to lose a spark plug wire, I think he'd win the race.
Right,
They just need to get out of that throttle and be a little more patient.
Just listen to the sound of Barry's truck. Thing just sings.
We'll fly along here for a bit with Michael Funk running in that 3rd spot. Let's go back and take a look though at Millhausen. Landed almost in the grass, trying to gather it back up.
Hits the brakes and gets a big push. And once he hits the brakes, his destiny is the wall right there, because he lost his steering control.
Well, the front aren't locking up even, and I remember in round 1 he said to us that he lost brakes, so maybe he's having failure in the fronts. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
really
sketchy,
really hard to say, but how lucky he just was to not hit that driver's side front tire on the end of that catch fence. It looked like it more hit him in the door area. Still couldn't have felt all that great inside the cab for him.
No, he's still got the yellow flag though, and if he's got a 100% truck, we might see him back up here for sure running this. He's learning a lot this first half. All these guys are. Matag's really wheeling this truck nice. He's starting to throw it, so he's getting used to throwing it a little bit early, and therefore he doesn't have to worry about that push as much, because if he throws the back end, you won't have to worry about the push, and there it is. Perfect turn. Great job, Matag.
Yeah, learning so much, just like you said. Strapping into one of these trucks there, I mean, Brent is be the first one to tell you that these are so difficult to drive and to get a handle on. It's, you know, he's drinking from a fire hose right now, trying to just absorb everything he can.
But it's probably been the most fun I've ever had in my life too. Like,
sure.
They were quick, right? You had the power to rotate the truck and carry your speed. And they're just a wicked animal.
See, and he comes on that front straightaway and he picks up a big push every lap. I think the biggest reason there is because he's not comfortable with going that fast, throwing it in just yet, and therefore he's got to, on the faster corners, he's got to learn to throw it in a little harder. These slower corners, he's doing a great job. That one corner that's a big long sweeper right before the front straightaway, he's struggling.
You see a good cushion starting to wear in down there in turn 3. The pace starting to pick up a little bit. just like yesterday when he set the fastest lap of the race, Michael Funk is the fastest truck on the racetrack right now. Still well back of Drake Matag running out front, but again, we're on the front side of that mid-race caution.
Yeah, Matag really doing what he needs to do. 8-second gap going through these whoop-de-doos. There's Michael Funk.
And this track is so hard right now when they put the water on top of it. It's like trying to walk with bad tennis shoes on a slippery, polished floor. I mean, you're just tiptoeing around because if you try to get going too fast, you're going to end up on your butt. So right now, this track is just really tough to tame.
And it's not going to get any better for the rest of the classes throughout today. Look at how wide he's going, grabbing that nice edge.
And there he goes.
There was a lot better.
Yep.
He committed.
Yep, he committed. He went wide, like you said, and then he threw it down low, got the truck rotated, and it was a great turn right before the checkers there on the halfway point.
Yeah, so that last time around, Matag actually set the fastest lap of the race so far.
Funk also been right there.
Funk right behind him actually was a little bit quicker, so Michael Funk, just like yesterday, the fastest truck on the racetrack. But now we saw how drastically the track changed, and again, the wind and the heat that's here this afternoon, it's pulling a lot of moisture out of the track, and the track is coming in for these drivers. Funk and Millhouse, and they'll have a good shot at this thing here in the second half. But right now, we're going to go down trackside to Nolan Castellian.
Thanks, guys. Something I kind of want to ask Scott about as we watch Travis Millhausen Jr. out here. Scott was just talking about how tough this track is right now. Travis is doing double duty. Scott did that for a few years, running the Pro 2 and the Pro 4 both. How advantageous is that for Travis, getting this track time now before he goes and jumps into that Pro 2 in a little bit?
Oh, it's huge because of the fact that you're gonna know where the holes are developing, and that's huge. But this thing is so slick, you're gonna know where to tiptoe and where you can throttle it up. And sometimes it's deceiving when you get into these big corners. You think I could just throw it in, get it up on the cushion, but you find out there is no cushion there, and you end up looping it right around.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a trick of the trade there, and you got to be smart, you got to be patient, but yet you got to be fast enough to go win these races, and we'll see if Funk has anything up his sleeve.
Well, he's going to try to go to work into turn one. He took a peek to the inside.
He does get a good drive out of here. He's just got to get back to that inside. But there's no push.
Yeah, here we go, push, but he's got a decent run. They're still together here, and then this turn 3 here, they're all going around kind of 3 different lines. Millhausen's way down low. That doesn't look too bad, and we're looking good.
But it's kind of a bummer for these guys because being only 4 or 5 trucks, that track don't work in like it would if you had 10, 12 out there. So it's taken a long, long time, and now it seems like it got good and then it went right away.
Well, Funk hanging right with Matag as they head for that rhythm section.
Yeah, he'll try. That kid never stops.
Looking to the inside, not quite close enough to get to the bedside there of Matag. Millhausen's not going away either. We're going to see that battle that we saw in yesterday's race in round 1.
There goes Funk. Got to watch out for that tractor tire. Gave another kiss on the bedside. Right here, look at that. It kind of screwed him up too.
Yeah, and he had Funk checked up a little bit. I give him credit for that, but I think I wish he'd have a little bit of patience, get up on him, follow him, and wait. Well, Funk just made a push there and made a mistake, but get up on him and follow him, and there's gonna be a push, there's gonna be a little mistake, capitalize, try that for a lap or 2, and then go for it, because with a track that's this tight, this slippery, I mean, it's a big track, but it seems tight because there's not much lines, and if you go outside, it's too wet, even though it's got a loomy cushion, and you're going down low where it's dry, and it's just so blue groove, you can't get any traction, so it's really tricky to figure it out now and to make up time.
Yeah, it looks to be drying out really bad up there in Talladega corner. It's like Millhausen, is that smoke or just smoke in the rears?
I think there was a little bit of smoke coming out of Millhausen's truck. That's something else we'll have to keep an eye on. We are under 1 minute left on our clock before we'll see the white flag. I kind of liked Funk giving a little fender there to Matag on that previous lap. I think Funk on some level was trying to use Matag's inexperience to Funk's advantage there. Maybe just rattle the cage a little bit.
Absolutely, but I mean, the thing is he got it on the one fender, and then Matag was smart enough to check in the inside. He told him he was there, so therefore Matag checked up so hard that Funk had to check up, otherwise he was gonna spin him completely.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you on the spotter there, We got Matag, Chad's on there telling him exactly what's going on and who's there and how to work this thing.
Yeah, and he's telling them too, you got to rotate it in a little bit earlier, get that back end out, and he's cleaned it up a lot these last couple laps. Michael Funk still right there within striking distance. 2 laps ago, you're saying, Shane?
Yeah, and Funk just took a little bite out of that lead. Funk found a really nice line coming out of the final turn onto the front straightaway.
And we'll see if Milhausen goes way low on this turn 3 again. He's been making up a little time. He goes high and then he comes way down. The other 2 guys have been staying way up high.
Yeah, Matag, really seems like he's trying to find the cushion early through that corner. You see some more smoke coming out of Milhausen's truck.
It looks like it's a wheel bearing possibly out of the left rear, which is never a good deal because that always gets on your brakes and it's hurting your stopping and your braking, and you need those rear wheels to be able to, the rear braking to be able to rotate these trucks.
Man, Matag, he was sideways all the way to that tabletop. There's no grip all the way to the face of it.
Funk trying to close in a little bit more.
Think he's got a shot, Scott, here?
I do, because of the fact that anything could happen if he can get him off the line a little bit. See, he's closing up right here. He is pretty good. And all it's going to take is one small over-rotation, one hesitation, and he'll be right there. Now, if he can get this
fresh, too, right?
That's right. But he bites it up right there. He's trying. I got to give him credit there.
Yeah, he's found the limit and went past it as you see the white flag. That'll stretch it out to about a 10 or 12 truck length gap between Matag and Funk.
Boy, I guarantee he's going to talk to his brother and his dad this week. Be like, hey, can we build a Pro Light or build a truck? I mean, he deserves to be in one.
Absolutely, and he's doing a great job. I mean, he looks like a veteran out there, even though, yeah, there's been a few mistakes, but even the veterans out there, you're going to see it in Pro 2 and Pro 4. You're going to see bad pushes, and you're going to see things happen, and it's going to be a crazy day.
Sure, it would have been, you would have kind of expected that the adversity early in the race would have gotten to him a little more than it has.
He landed almost in the grass on the right side, so don't tell me that wind ain't pushing those trucks.
And you can see the confidence here. He's throwing it in. He's just getting confident. He's not, he's got a lead, but he's keeping it steady. And for a new driver, this is the toughest lap, this last lap, because you've got everything's here. The guy can make some time, but you've got to keep it clean and make it around and not make any mistakes. You don't have to be the fastest, but don't make mistakes. It's going to get tight right here.
Yeah, right here is big. You got to get up to that cushion. You got to let it fade out, get that grip. Boy, Matag doing a great job both days here. Boy, who would have thunk this?
Well, Funk, one last charge. Trying to find a little extra speed, but it's not going to be enough, and Drake Matag is going to sweep the weekend in fill-in duty here in Pro Light.
Fantastic job by Drake Matag and the whole CBR team and everything. They did a great job. It's a nice truck, but it's just showing that you can, if you really focus, you can come into this sport pretty green, and you can make a spot, make a moment for yourself. And that's just, you can know that family has dedication, has focus, and that's what it takes to win these races.
Yeah, and they're going to give you the best of the equipment, right? He gave them what Connor would be driving, and it paid off. And I'd like to see Drake Matag stay around for a while in trucks.
Absolutely. I mean, I want to see Doug Matag back in a truck.
Oh, me too.
He's just a very good talent that almost got there, but never quite. And
I want to kidnap Chad Matag.
Yeah, there you go.
Just to pick his brain a little bit, right?
But before I leave you guys, this Pro 2 and Pro 4 race is just going to be off the hook, crazy, and there's going to be a lot of tension and a lot of fired up people afterwards. With a track this slick, it can't be but a bunch of hotheads whenever the green flag drums.
Why, you're saying you've been there before?
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you, Scott. Always great to cut up with you a little bit, and enjoy the rest of the day. Go get a good seat up in those grandstands and enjoy the rest of what's in store here for Champ Off-Road.
Absolutely. Always enjoy it, Brent and Shane. Great job, and we'll talk to you later. Next time.
Thanks, Scotty.
Plenty more to come here from the Show Me Off-Road Shootout right after this. Don't go anywhere. to have you here with us at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout, round 2 of Champ Off-Road. And that was a bit of a chaotic race, really treacherous, challenging track conditions for these pro lights.
Yeah, we learned a lot from Scott Douglas, telling us different ways what you need to do, and Drake Matei collected and fixed all those mistakes early.
I got the sense that Scott, seeing the track that slick, just wishes he could throw the helmet back on. He loved a racetrack that looked like this.
He would right now, I guarantee you.
So some early battling going on between Michael Funk, Travis Millhausen Jr., and then seemed like this race just kind of came apart at the seams. Everybody having some issues early with control. Big push from Matag, a spin by Funk. Millhausen Jr. himself had a bit of a dust-up, overjumped a little bit on the front tabletop, lost control, and slams into that concrete catch fence. Fortunate not to damage the truck, and he was A-OK and would continue on. And then Funk started to apply the pressure, but a little bit too late, not able to take the #1 spot.
There's Connor Berry just hopping along after having a non-racing incident, and you know, he's just happy, he's pumped.
Well, so are those three who are on the podium, standing by, ready to talk to Nolan. Go ahead, Nolan.
Travis Millhausen Jr. bringing it home third. Pair of podium soaring in the Pro Light this weekend. Got to be happy with this start to the season.
Pretty happy to the start. You know, it wasn't what we were hoping for today, but the car just was pretty loose, so we were able to salvage a third at least after hitting the wall. Wasn't 100% for sure after that.
Who helped you get up here today?
Just all my sponsors. Couldn't thank them enough. Maxxis Tire, Automatic Transmission Design. Just my whole team. Couldn't do it without them, and can't thank them enough because we all got to go back to work tomorrow morning.
Travis Millhausen Jr., third place today in Pro Light. Moving on over, our second place finisher, Michael Funk. Michael, yesterday said was kind of just about knocking a little bit of the rust off, getting more comfy, and certainly looked a little bit more comfy in the truck today.
Yeah, it was definitely better, but kind of missed it on the tire setup today, but that's good. We're still fast truck out there, so I was happy with that. Good seat time, so yeah, it was good.
Who would you like to thank today?
Yeah, a lot of people, everyone who came down with me, my mom and dad, Eric, and RJ, and everyone else who was with us, and then all my sponsors, Hankook Tires, J&M Yard Care, Reimers Painting, Corey Oil, Bellwell Sales, SPF Landscape, and yeah, everyone else who supports me, thank you.
Michael Funk, second place today in round 2 of Pro Light. And on top of the box, sweeping the weekend, Drake Matag. Well, Drake, did you think first weekend racing a Pro Light you were going to come out here and sweep the weekend the way you did?
There was jokes about it, obviously, but no one really thought this would happen. I just came out here to get points, and I guess I kind of picked up this Pro Light thing kind of quick. Sweeping the weekend, the first weekend I've ever driven it, is pretty cool. I couldn't do it without, you know, Clint and Connor for giving me this opportunity, and all their sponsors, Maxxis Tires, Optima Batteries, CBR Radiators, everyone else that helps them out.
Drake Matag on top of the box, sweeping the weekend here at Pro Light in Wheatland.
Well, the action only gets hotter from here. We're down to the final 3 races here in round 2, and there's nothing but bangers left on the schedule. AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side coming at you next. 16 of the biggest, baddest side-by-sides on the planet. Talented pilots ready to set sail here at Wheatland. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I got that right turn. We're good.
Let's meet up at the compound group up.
At 10-4. Yeah, for sure, dog. Good, little driver, straight on through.
Race teams don't settle, neither should you. The garage just got an upgrade. Wash it, shine it, protect it. A complete detailing suite engineered for the track and built for your driveway. Born from 65 years of motorsports, built by a century of chemical engineering. Track tough, garage ready. The only cleaner that smells like the scent of victory. One product line, 2 worlds. Who's your daddy? Who's your mama? Visit who'syourtire.com to order today.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt. There's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
It's us, your friends here from K&N, here at Wheatland, here for the weekend. Come check out our booth. We got a whole bunch of new next-gen intakes displays. We got free swag. We got some putt-putt golf for you to come take your best swing at. We also got our full range of displays here in all of our products. Come check it out. And best of all, we got Jimmy Henderson's truck here for you to come and check out. See you guys here.
This is the pinnacle of side-by-side racing. AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side brings the heat with top-tier talent, factory-backed machines, and unbridled action at every corner. Designed by leading engineers, turbocharged, ready to launch. These compact rockets explode off the line and never let up. The rivalries are real, the stakes are high, and the racing absolutely electric. Every brand wants the win, and every driver is ready to claim it.
Hello again, everyone. We welcome you back to Wheatland, Missouri, here for the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. I'm Brent Smith alongside my very good friend Shane Stetsny, and we've been giving you all the coverage all weekend long. And look at how beautiful this place is. We've got the opportunity to walk through this place, and man, you can do just about everything here.
Yeah, picturesque facility. The area is just a beautiful area, hill country here in central Missouri. Winding roads through lush forests to get down here. Loved every minute of this trip so far, and we're going to end it on a high note. AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side coming at you next here in round two. There's your lineup. Nathan Wolf, yesterday's runner-up, will start first alongside yesterday's winner, Jeb Boodle. Those two were bad fast throughout that race yesterday. Chase Kemp and Robert Loire in the second row. Brody Sands and Cash LaCroix in row number 3. Row 4 is Ariel Byarski and Connor Maxwell. And it's Eric Schwartz, Luke Stubbs, Brandon Groh, Colin Truitt, Colton Krajcek, Parker Frank, Chad Deutsch, and Reese Fullman. And that makes 16 very high horsepower AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Sides in this field.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit for this track to work its way in. There's your Yokohama top qualifier, the number 41 of Jeff Boodle. Just been bad fast. We had a chance to talk to him and his father, and they're excited about this year. They had some gremlins in other classes, but this is his main focus right now, and what he did in the opener is just stunning.
Yeah, fastest lap, got maximum points. He led the race at halfway, was the top qualifier coming into today, brought home the checkers. But Nathan Wolf, that was a career best finish for him in round one. His second place finish. You see, he'll get to roll off inside row number 1 on this start. Good day for Robert Loire as well yesterday, finishing on the podium, picking up those valuable points, filling in for CJ Greaves.
Yeah, he's looking to do it again. I mean, when CJ comes back, you know he'll be on his A game again, and he's there to fill in, but he's probably loving every minute of it. You're in the best equipment possible in this sport. As we're ready to take the green flag there, 2x2, a rolling start. We'll see who can get the jump on the field. Pay attention, Boodle's on the inside of your camera.
A lot of horsepower on the racetrack. This is AMSOIL Pro Side-by-Side, and away we go into turn 1. And look at that jump by Nathan Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf, he didn't stop at all means to try to crisscross over the front. He just took that lead, and he's trying to never look back. But Boodle gets to that inside. If you can shove him out in that slippery stuff, that's what you got to do.
Well, we'll see if Wolf wants to move back over and steal the line away from Boodle as they head to turn 3, and that's exactly what he does. Nice drive there by Nathan Wolf. He's brought his A game here to round number 2.
Yeah, Boodle, he knows he's right there. He's just going to run that pace right now. Just figure out the track. You got to let it come to you, because right there, it is really slimy. Then you get over this table, it dries up. Then you get down to this little valley, and that's where you create moisture again.
You can see it is pretty dry through the center of that rhythm section.
It is.
Kemp able to hold on to third on that start. Robert Loire hot on his heels in fourth. Oh, and Kemp got into the back of Boodle, and Kemp ends up facing the wrong direction.
Kemp had a better drive on exit and just caught the back rear of his car and just turned him around. Look at him pitching it in that infield.
Yeah, Wolf looks really comfy right now. Trying to stay out front of Jeb Boodle.
Yeah, Boodle just trying to negotiate that final turn here on exit. He'll fan out, just let the speed come to him. Because this is a big corner all weekend long. It's crazy to watch it in person. They really got to check up a lot.
Well, our top two starting to run away and hide just a little bit from everybody else. Robert Loire in that third spot, a full 3 seconds behind Jeb Boodle.
Yeah, it's early yet, Shane. 9:13 to go in this race. Boodle's just trying to find some grip there on exit of that big Talladega sweeper. You're gonna see some good airtime off of this jump. Look at him sending it. That's 200 plus feet, we know.
These cars are fast enough that they actually do have to check up at the top of that front tabletop. So here goes Boodle now, showing a wheel to the inside. Look at that airtime by Boodle.
Man, he jumped right over the cab of Wolf.
Man alive, Wolf would have looked out his driver's side window there and been looking at the bottom of Boodle's car.
Now this is scary for everyone else. Jeb Boodle taking this early lead with a lot of laps left. He's been getting a lot of help from the Greaves, getting those cars built.
Oh, Wolf a little bit too hot and heavy there, back on the throttle, and he won't even lose second place.
Man, doesn't even miss a heartbeat, puts it back down on the wheels. That is impressive. That shows the durability of these cars as well.
Put a good show on for Robert Loire, who was running in third. No doubt saw Wolf go for that tumble. Doesn't even miss a heartbeat. It only cost him about a second.
Wow. Adrian Cheney would be proud.
Yeah, something about an orange race car, I guess. To see Loire trying to hunt down Wolf.
I think Loire's just maintaining that spot. He's not really forcing the issue at all. Really spread out here.
Yeah, Loire is a proven winner in this class. Back when he was a full-time racer on his own. Wow. Loire has looked comfortable in this car all weekend. Had a little tougher climb in the pro stock class, but a couple strong finishes in that one as well.
Yeah, he's adapted really quickly. I mean, I didn't think anything different. Oh, we got another car upside down, Shane. The track is really playing havoc on a lot of these drivers late in this weekend.
Yeah, we'll try to get a sense for which car that is. Tipped over, staring at the Missouri clay out the driver's side window.
Right off the cab of that pickup truck, you see the big boulders up in that cushion. We'll give you a number when we flip this car back on its wheels.
Yeah, safety team on the spot right away. Vernon Marvin giving the driver some help. That is Chase Kemp.
Yeah, Kemp.
Man, he was mixing it up in the top four early on in this one, as we are already at the halfway point. Jeb Boodle had built up a 5-second lead, but that is erased. Nathan Wolf, an eventful first half of the race for him. Started on the front row, did a little barrel roll in the middle there, and still winds up second here at the break.
Yeah, he's got another chance. He put it back on the wheels. Luckily for him, didn't lose any spots.
Robert Loire in that third spot. Connor Maxwell all the way from Mesa, Arizona in that Can-Am running in fourth. Colton Krajcek, who started deep in the field back in 13th, all the way up into the top 5. That's a great run for Krajcek.
Yeah, Krajcek's been consistent here early, and that's what he needs to do for the end of the year points. See Boodle just leading this race in that number 41. Wolf has the speed, we know that. I mean, 5 seconds he was behind at that halfway point, but now you have a
part of that was
track.
him being upside down for a second. You got to remember that much.
Plus you have a new track, right? This track's really worked its way in. You've had a chance to put some notes in your head, and your spotter's helping you where not to go. And so I think it'll work out perfectly for Boodle.
For more on Colton Krajcek, who has been on the charge throughout this race, we'll check in trackside with Nolan. What do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. Colton Krajcek really started to get comfortable with this Pro R platform in the Pro side-by-side class last season. Had a great run at Crandon, finished it on the top of the box in Glen Helen, and he ran out west in another series all winter long, just trying to get comfortable in this particular car. we've seen it pay off. He was on the box right away in round 1 yesterday, and like you said, on the charge through the field in this one, running top 5 right now. I don't think he's done yet.
There's a good look at the Bikeman Performance Polaris Pro R of Krajicek. Yeah, he put on one heck of a show in the finale at Glen Helen. You were out there on the call for that one.
Yeah, it's fun to watch great race car drivers just give it all they can and really show how these cars really can perform. And I don't expect anything but perfect out of him in this second half. You see Robert Loire sitting in that 3rd spot. Maxwell with a good run as well.
And right behind Krajicek, by the way, is Ariel Byarski, who finished on the podium in that final round at the end of 2025. She's really starting to show some growth as a driver as well.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We're gonna restart this one, hopefully for the final time. It's Boodle, Wolf, Loire, Maxwell.
Maxwell got a great launch on that restart. He's down to the inside of Loire, gave him a little shove. Loire able to close the door, and look at Krajicek now, trying to move up a spot past Maxwell.
Yeah, Krajicek trying to pick one apart here. We'll see if he can get that drive out. Now he moves into 4th, nice pass. We'll have to wait and see what he can do. There's not much time, but yet enough time to pick up some more positions.
So Krajicek on the move, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll also see if Wolf can keep the pace with Boodle. Just like we saw yesterday, they were in the same position at halfway.
Boodle booting off that jump every time. He goes farther and farther. That suspension's just dialed. You hear him hit the rev limiter up in the air as they go through that rhythm section one more time. It's been pretty tame lately.
And you got to have, for the amount of airtime that we've seen Boodle get, I'm thinking of that pass on Wolf early in the race. You got to be really confident in your equipment and confident in your skills that you're going to be able to fly that thing straight through the air.
Oh yeah, definitely. And he has it down to a science. I don't know if he's checking up with the brake just before the face. He knows how it jumps. I mean, they've had help from the Greaves. They know how to set up these cars.
Krajicek was a second ago all over the back bumper of Robert Loire. Loire able to get away from him, at least for the moment, as they go back down the front straightaway. Still a lot of time left in this one. Look at Loire just pitching that car in sideways.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive here as this battle for the lead is starting to heat up. Wolf getting another shot at this thing. Watch him as he drives up a little bit higher into this turn. We've seen it all day long.
Yeah, you can try to drive out a little bit lower. He's keeping the pace now with Boodle.
Boodle knows he's there. They just flat foot that thing.
Jeez. Wolf setting it down front wheels first after flying about 200 feet. You can tell he is on one right now, trying to keep the pace with Boodle. Through that rhythm section. Boodle a little bit off kilter. That's going to let Wolf close in that much more.
Oh yeah, that's what you need to do. Apply that pressure. If you're Wolf, you got to drive all over the back door. Make sure you can get that opportunity to pounce on that spot. And this is the most difficult part on the track. As you see Wolf losing a little bit there on exit, we'll see how this straightaway treats him, as Boodle still showing the way around on this lap as well. See the times as they go by, Shane. 125, now it's 119, so they're sheared off about a second.
Yeah, when you're running sub 120, I mean, that's Pro 2 and Pro 4 territory here at Wheatland.
Oh yeah. We said we'd probably see it by the end of the weekend that this class would be the quickest on the track. As Boodle just trying to move forward as he's been all day long. Had a little company here and there, but man, just out in the free air.
Yeah, Wolf's starting to fall back just a little bit there as Robert Loire still in that 3rd spot. He has gotten away from Colton Krajicek. You can see the blue groove starting to get a little bit more severe as well. Wow. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this one. Here's Krajicek now trying to creep back up on Loire as they go through the infield. Look at all that dust.
Yeah, all the points matter right now, especially in the beginning parts of this year. If you can get it up on the podium, it's great for your sponsors, great for your team.
A little bobble there by Loire.
Yeah, that's all it takes. We've been telling you.
Krajicek able to gain a couple more feet. Then Loire able to accelerate away a little bit quicker as they go through the tunnel.
So that tells me he's a lot quicker on the backside of this track. So this is where he really likes to show his speed.
Yeah, I don't know though. Krajicek is matching him step for step down the front straightaway. Krajicek trying to hug that bottom side. That might have cost him maybe a car length or so. But again, right back to the back bumper of Loire.
Yeah, they're trying everything. Both these drivers just searching for grip. Like you said last lap, that dust is just playing a factor. That means this track is so dry. You get a little moisture here, and then over this flyaway booter turns into a little slippery ice rink here.
Yeah, trying to drive right across that blue groove. You see Krajicek fading out a little bit. You can find some grip on the outside.
Well, it's nice when you're chasing somebody. You have somebody to judge in front of you. It's hard to run all by yourself, so it's not easy for Loire to keep this pace late in this race. It's still figuring out the car.
Krajicek yet again closing in on Loire as they go through the infield.
It's not over yet, Shane.
He keeps closing in through the tight sections, and then basically from this corner all the way around to the overpass jump. Seems like Loire just a little bit quicker, but this time Krajicek able to keep the pace as they come back onto the front straightaway.
Well, it's going to be 2 laps to go this time by. Less than half a minute to go in this race, and you see Krajicek trying to outside-inside move.
Yeah, Krajicek, he's starting to get a little bit impatient sitting there in that 4th spot. Takes another peek to the inside. Loire definitely knows he's there if he didn't already.
Remember, across Kirchmeier, he was using that bottom lane, trying to get that right front to grab some more grip, but maybe it's a little too late, but he's really strong right through this section.
Up and over the Brunt tabletop. Krajicek again flying about 200 feet down the hill.
Yeah, there's a little mistake there. He's forced to go to the outside.
Yeah, but there's a lot of grip out there. We've already seen Krajicek use that line a couple times on purpose. He seems to be quite a bit quicker on entry into this rhythm section as well.
Yeah, you got to beat on that back bumper right there. You got to get to him.
There he is.
Got to short shift these cars, get them to move.
Krajicek not going down without a fight, a battle of the 2 Polaris Pro Rs. And again, Loire just hanging that back end out, making his car a little bit wider.
It's crazy how warm these cars get, and they still perform at the top level. Nowhere to be found is Jeb Boodle.
Yeah, the white flag has already flown for Jeb Boodle. But this battle for 3rd is the one we want to keep our eye on. There is a glimpse of Boodle as he enters turn 3.
Yeah, look at Loire trying to play that defensive line. We'll see if he does it here. Krajicek trying everything, goes back to that line like you said before. He's been committed to it. This is where you try to see how fast your car can really go. You just got to stand on it and hope to get grip.
Krajicek trying to exit really low. He gave up a little bit there, but we're going to see Krajicek go big time airborne here. But this is the half of the track where Krajicek is, I think, faster. He's been using that outside line to get a little bit of grip, and he has been consistently cleaner on entry into these rhythm bumps.
Yeah, he's definitely buttoned up. He's about 2 car lengths, maybe 1 now. He's there.
Whoa!
Wow!
Runs up the back of Loire, had to gather it back up.
But you know Loire was protecting that inside, and he just slammed through there.
Yeah, Krajicek came in full head of steam. That's going to probably make the difference in that fight. There is the checkered flag.
Look at that gap, Shane, on our camera.
Unbelievable. Jeb Boodle, back-to-back winner here in AMSOIL Pro side-by-side. Nathan Wolf, a phenomenal weekend for him as well. Matching his career best finish set just yesterday, 2 seconds for Wolf. And also, just like yesterday, Loire able to drive the 33 across the line in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, anytime you can start the weekend in round 1 and 2 and be on the box to be a fill-in driver for CJ Greaves, I can guarantee you CJ's very proud and happy.
I'm not going to say that, I don't have a crystal ball up here with me in the booth, Brent, but looking at those top 4 cars that we see, Boodle, Wolf, and then Loire, who will hand the seat over to Greaves for most of the season, and Krajicek, I think we're going to be talking about those 4 as still in the title fight when we get to Glen Helen at the end of this thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's early in the season, and you just read those names. Anybody can win at any given time, but you got to tame Jeb Boodle right now, and Wolf is right there. He's not far off. As we look at Boodle, he's going to be excited. It was cool to get to catch up with him earlier.
You can see he's happy. A gentle pat on the roof of the car and break out the brooms for Jeb. Can't wait to hear what he has to say about his performance in Pro Side-by-Side this weekend. We'll get the story from him and the other of the top 3 finishers right after this. You're watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road.
Every race is a test of performance. When the stakes are high, racers rely on proven products. If AMSOIL products are engineered for this kind of punishment, you can trust them in your garage. Shop by vehicle to find everything you need for your ride. Get the protection you demand and performance you deserve with fast, free shipping from AMSOIL.com.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
What a beautiful weekend it's been here in Wheatland, Missouri. We're here for the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. We are AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny, and we have had a blast so far, and we're going to recap this race. To start off, it was just a war. Jeb Boodle trying to work Wolf as much as he can. Back and forth, they swap positions. So many different battles going on. Kemp really showing good speed and then went around in that infield. Had to try to work his way back, and then the hunt was on for Boodle in that 41. Trying to hunt down Wolf, flying over the top of the cab, checking up perfectly and taking over that spot, and really never looked back after that. Wolf put it upside down. Luckily, put it all back on his 4 wheels and never missed a heartbeat. And the rollovers kept continuing through this race and through this weekend. This track has just been a war. Then going after Robert Loire, doing everything they can to try to keep him off the podium, but it was all Boodle at the end of the day. Well, we're gonna go down to the podium. Nolan, man, these races keep getting better and better, and it's only round 2.
Yeah, we've seen quite a show from all of our classes this weekend. Our 3rd place finisher here in Pro Side-by-Side, Robert Loire. No stranger to a Pro Side-by-Side podium, but it's been a little while and a hectic weekend for you. Double duty, backup duty. I'm sure it's been an adventure, but landed it on the box to cap off the weekend.
Yeah, this is a ton of fun to be out here. When I got a text from CJ a few weeks back, said, hey, do you want to drive my cars? And I'm like, should I talk to the wife? Should I talk to the family? Should I see? I'm like, nope, I just answered, hell yeah. So I'm super excited to be out here. CJ's been an awesome help and everything, getting the car set up, making me feel comfortable and making me feel comfortable with the team, and just having fun out here and being back in the race seats just been awesome. Hats off to all the crew, all the wrenches and everything, like all the mechanics and stuff. It's super fun to work with. Car's been awesome. Yeah, CJ made a bunch of changes on both cars.
Wish we would have been up here in pro stock, but that's racing and that's how it is. But yeah, good to be up here. Would have been nice to be up here yesterday too. But yeah, just got to thank Polaris Razor, the Greaves Motorsports team, and just all of his sponsors, everything. It's just, yeah, it's awesome to be up here and be out here racing Champ Off-Road again.
Robert Loire, P3 today in pro side-by-side. Second place today, Nathan Wolf. Yesterday's second place finish, your first with Champ, able to back it up with another one today. It's got to make it that much more gratifying.
Yeah, we had a really good car today. We battled with Jeb there after the comp caution for a little bit. Just got to get some belt temps under control, so we had to back it back down to save the belt. That way we can get to the finish. You know, you gotta be able to finish in order to get up here.
Who would you like to thank today?
Again, MAW Salvage, Hoosier Tire, Raceline Wheels, Chris and Mark back in the shop. My boys, they help a lot. Everybody in the pits has been helping. PRP Seats, Whalen Speed. And we got a rocket ship this year, so I'm thankful for that.
Nathan Wolf, a pair of second place finishes this weekend here in Wheatland. And on top of the box again, sweeping the weekend in pro side-by-side, Jeb Boodle. Man, what more can you say? That Pro R looked like it was on rails once again today and all weekend long, really.
Man, I'm just happy all the hard work over the off-season's paid off. You know, we bust our butts in the shop. It's a little team. It's me, Dad, mainly in the shop, and then me, Dad, Mom, and Jason and the crew this weekend. And big thanks to them. I couldn't be up here without them. I'm just super blessed, super thankful. All glory to God. Just like I said, just super blessed to be up here and do what I love. You know, I just want to thank everybody who helped me get up here. Polaris Razor for everything they do. To Max's Tires, we're hooking up. Durham Town Off-Road Park, Impact Racing Gear, Fug 21 Fuel Additives, Gilliman Innovations for all the help that over the off-season, all the development, Freedom Race Lifts, Vision Wheels, Greaves Motorsports for building a bad, fast car, and Willwood Brakes, Team DFS, Combat Clean, anybody else I forgot, thank you. And yeah, like I said, just glad to come out of a round 1 and 2 with a sweep and wins. We never have a good round 1, and Lucas Oil hasn't always been my good luck track. So to be able to come out of here and sweep a weekend in one class at least, Pro Stock, we still got some work to do, but we'll come over the off time we have between Wheatland and Antigo and see what we got for that class. But it's all about this one right here. The Pro R was just on rails.
Jeb Boodle capping off a dominant weekend sweep here, rounds 1 and 2 at Wheatland.
Man, another fantastic race between those guys and all the rest in pro side-by-side, and we've got plenty more action to come. Pro 2, Pro 4, they are going to be heart-stopping excitement, wall-to-wall, no doubt about that. But while we do a little bit of track prep, let's go back to school. Class is in session. Here's Off-Road 101 with Haley Shanley.
Once again, the best short course off-road drivers from across the globe have converged for an epic clash of talent. Each driver with high hopes of securing their ultimate shot at glory, an AMSOIL Championship off-road victory. The road to the 2025 National Championship takes us through 15 rounds across Missouri, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, and California. Let's learn more about what you'll see on track. This is Champ Off-Road 101. AMSOIL Championship Off-Road consists of 3 categories of classes: trucks, side-by-sides, and buggies. Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks are custom-built off-road trucks and are the 2 premier divisions. Think high speed and high horsepower. Other truck classes include Pro Light, Pro Spec, Stock Truck, and Super Stock Truck. There are 2 pro classes of side-by-side. These sport UTV race machines are Pro Stock side-by-side and AMSOIL Pro side-by-side. One is production-based, the other turbocharged. Buggies, a cornerstone of short course racing. Think lightweight, big jumps, and precise driving. 1600 single buggy, 1600 light buggy, and the baddest of the buggies, Pro Buggy. Champ Off-Road also provides a pathway for the next generation. There are 2 categories of youth classes, karts and side-by-sides. To easily identify who is the defending class champion, you may see a red number plate. To run a red plate is not required with Champ Off-Road, but a well-deserved flex. The pole sitter or lead racer controls the start, but can only do so in the designated start zone, usually marked by 2 cones. Once they hit the gas, the green flag waves and the race is on. Unless you're at Crandon, then hang on tight, because drivers are about to send it upwards of 100 miles per hour into turn 1. Pro 2 and Pro 4 are 13 minutes plus a lap. All other Pro classes are 11 minutes plus a lap. Sportsman races range from 7 to 9 minutes plus a lap. Now we'll go over the multiple flags you will see waving throughout the day and what they mean. Green. The green flag is used at the beginning of the race, letting drivers know that the race is underway. The black flag tells the driver that has been pointed at to exit the track immediately and visit the race director for more details. Yellow informs the driver to proceed with caution as an issue lies ahead. There are two forms of cautions: a local caution, where the race continues without pause, and a full course caution, where the racers will restart at the direction of the flagman. The competition caution. This signifies the halfway point of the race. This is designed to bunch up the field, intensify competition, and provide a strategic reset for drivers and teams. Red. The race has stopped, and all of the drivers need to stop and wait for an official ruling from the race director. White flag, last lap. The checkered flag, you all know it. It signifies the end of the race. The first driver to cross the line with this flag waving is the winner, and the top 3 finishers are headed to the podium to celebrate. That's all for this portion of Champ Off-Road 101. We hope you're enjoying the show.
Well, as we draw ever closer to our main event, the Pro 2s and the Pro 4s, let's take a look at our Brunt fast lap of the day. Jeb Boodle in the AMSOIL Pro side-by-sides, 119.883. He was laying it down and earned the weekend sweep. No better way to start your season than cleaning up with 2 wins here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. Once again, we'll welcome you back up here to the booth. Shane and Brent, your longtime friends, always on the call for Champ Off-Road. And Brent, like I said, time for the big show, Pro 2, Pro 4. What do you think awaits us here for these final 2 races of the opening rounds of 2026?
Well, you want to put the bullet down on round 2 because you got a long wait until Anna goes. So if you're in Pro 2, Pro 4, you got to let it all hang out. There's big points that you can gain or you could lose here early in this round. But you just got to be ready. This track has come apart all weekend long, but that's what you have to deal with. You got to get the right tire combinations. You got to get your guys on the truck and make sure you're set up for this terrain. And I think it's going to be anybody's game here in the Pro 2, Pro 4.
Yeah, I think our friend Scott Douglas hit it right on the head when we were talking during that Pro Light race, that when it comes to the Pro 2s and Pro 4s, tensions do run a little bit higher. The flames burn a little bit brighter on day 2 of an event. We're here for round 2 now, and 3 off weekends await between now and Anigo for rounds 3 and 4. I think the intensity is going to be through the roof. I think the races are going to be even more chaotic than what we saw yesterday, which were already pretty wild races for both Pro 2 and Pro 4. And I think the fans who are here and watching us on Flow are in for an amazing show to close out our weekend.
Yeah, and it always gives you goosebumps. 750-plus horsepower, 900-plus horsepower in the Pro 4s, all-wheel drive trucks. I mean, this is the end of the day. All the fans wait till the end of the day. Everyone sticks around trying to watch the best racing, and we have some of the best drivers in the world here, right here this afternoon.
Yeah, there is absolutely no doubt about that. I can't wait to see what's in store for us. I know it's going to be just heart-pounding excitement. And Nolan, you've kind of had a first-hand view of what's going on down there on the racetrack. What can you tell us about what's in store for these final 2 races here in round 2?
Man, I'll tell you what, I've been driving back and forth from my perch up here on top of the Brunt tabletop down to the podium, and I don't know if any camera shots will do justice just how rough this track is getting. Down in that blue groove, there's some deep ruts. I don't know how these cars aren't flipping every time they go through there, but they somehow keep it on all 4. I think it may be even a little better. Obviously, you get the Pro 2 and the Pro 4, a little bit more suspension, but Pro 2 is a chaotic race as it was yesterday, and like Scott was saying earlier when he was in the booth with you guys, all you got to do today is to get it to roll into the trailer. So I'm wondering if you guys think we'll see even more chaos, or do you think the Pro 2 guys are going to settle down a little bit after yesterday?
Well, I like what you said, but I mean, you're going to see more chaos. Like, it's just going to feed right into round 2 because what do you have to hold back for? You know you can do a lot overnight while you're here on the weekend, but when you have 3 weeks, they don't care. Body panels, they're replaceable. The lower funded guys, they might have to take their time, but the guys that are here to win, they're going to go all out today.
Yeah, looking at Pro 2 specifically, I mean, Keegan Kincaid fell just short. Ryan Beat even admitted to you when you talked to him that he knew Keegan was coming for him, and Keegan, he's running that number 1 plate. We talked about that, whether or not it's a curse, but he wants to prove that he is deserving of wearing that number 1 plate. He wants to prove it today in round 2. I know he's here to execute. And again, I think what we saw last year, even between those two specifically, tensions ran a little, everything ran a little hot between those two. And I think there's a lot to be settled here in round 2 still.
Oh, absolutely. And Nolan, I'm just jealous. I wish we could be out on the tabletop back there because, like you said, it don't do justice. We had the opportunity to go out on the golf cart, and I had to show him. I've been here a lot of times, but he's just like, oh, man, Brent. I'm like, yeah, and then put yourself in the seat to take off.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, when you're driving up it, even in a golf cart or anything, you're just staring at a dirt wall going up the face of it. You can't see anything past that. But, I mean, standing alongside of it, I don't think cameras do justice just how high they get. I could walk out there and stand underneath. I think the Pro 2s and Pro 4s would jump right over me. I wouldn't have a problem. Probably won't try that, but you get my point. I mean, these things are way up there in the air, and it's pretty cool from where I'm sitting. They kind of drop off. You can see just how far they're going to fly, and then they go out of your sight. So it's a crazy vantage point, and I'm sure these guys are going to put on a show. Another question I wanted to pose to you guys before we get Pro 2 racing here. We saw some really tight lap times in this class yesterday, maybe some unexpected guys. They're starting to roll on the track. I want to hear your guys' predictions before I dip out here.
Well, I think yesterday in Pro 2, we saw just about every driver in this field was, I think, in the top 4 at one point. I expect to see it look just like that today. This track, as challenging as it is, it kind of makes it an equalizer for these drivers in these Pro 2s, and I expect that this is going to be a really competitive race. And again, I also expect this race to just come apart at the seams at some point.
Oh, absolutely. And Nolan, to answer your question, I can't pick anybody right now because there's so many new trucks, so much great talent in this Pro 2 field, and the lap times are so close, you never know who's going to win at any given time.
Well, you see they're rolling out to do battle here in round 2. It's time for Pro 2. Rowdy Beat will start on the pole. Remember, he was the winner yesterday in round 1. Johnny Holcher will start alongside him in that brand new Mike Vandenheuvel-built truck. The defending champ wearing the number 1 plate, Keegan Kincaid, will start 3rd. Travis Millhausen Jr., already up on the box in Pro White, will start 4th. Then Corey Winter alongside Kyle Greaves. Those guys are friends off the track and competitors on the track. They'll start alongside one another. Mayan Spaccarelli and Ricky Gutierrez will be in the 4th row, and Jacob Rosales, who showed some speed yesterday as well, will start in row number 5.
There is your Yokohama top qualifier. Wow, Travis Millhausen Jr. set the fastest lap of the race in round 1. And that's what you need to do. And that's an older truck. They revamped it a couple different times. And the kick and wheel, I talk to you about him all the time and say he's aggressive, but I love his driving style.
And looking at the final standings yesterday, by the way, out of these 9 trucks, Travis Millhausen Jr. finished 9th. And that tells you that the speed is just up and down this starting grid. I just have that feeling that we're just in for a wild one here.
Well, this is what we all been waiting for. 750 plus horsepower about to take off here at Lucas Oil Speedway. It's the Show Me Shootout. Let's see what these guys can do.
Green flag flies here for Pro 2, round number 2. Good jump by Rowdy Beat off that inside of the first row, but Holcher with a really nice run off the high side.
Look at Corey Winter now trying to run that outside, but he's going to get pushed up by that wall. Oh, Millhausen goes around.
So the top qualifier all the way to the tail end of the field. Look at that run by Corey Winter. He just got a 2-for-1 deal.
Somebody found a dry line. His name is Corey Winter in that race class Ford. Boy, did he slingshot up front.
Big time move by Winter. He'll go to work trying to hunt down Rowdy Beat. There's the Bilstein shock struck of Ryan Beat. Headed down the hill toward the infield. You can see the amount of blue groove already in the racetrack from all the racing we've seen today.
Yeah, this is one where you're going to have to go slow to go fast. And it hurts to say that with all that horsepower, but you got to drive this track, like you said, almost like you're in a mud race. Like you got an egg underneath the gas pedal. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to go too slow. But you got to take the time to figure it out.
A lot of it comes down to just managing wheel spin. You want to spin the rear tires a little bit to rotate the truck on some of these tight corners, but you can just burn the tires off, especially as that blue groove starts to dry up once again. See Holcher staying right down to the bottom in that tight left-hander. Well, one lap in the books, but a long way to go. Ryan Beat comfortably out front.
Well, that's all they're doing right now is just searching, just learning this track early with a lot of time left. You see Ryan Beat staying to that high side. Oh, Winner goes around. He's going to lose a spot to Millhausen.
Yeah, that was just coming back onto the front straightaway. So Winner goes to the tail end of the field.
Man, maybe a little bit too much water they dumped on this track. These Pro 2s are having issues trying to hook up. There's Kiki Kincaid trying to move forward. Kyle Greaves doing double duty this weekend. Also, you'll be seeing him in the Pro 4 class filling in for CJ Greaves, who's out with a knee injury.
And you can hear these drivers are on the throttle, and those rear wheels just can't find any grip. They don't do a whole lot of track work between these races and lay down some water on what's already blue groove. Just like you said, it's like trying to drive on ice.
Yeah, there's Ricky G in that 78, just hanging it out, trying to find that fine line here early. All Pro 2s just getting through there very clean. The suspension's working like they should. Boy, Ricky G just waiting for that breakout moment here with him. He's just struggled this weekend and just been flustered, but he just never stops. He keeps going at it.
Gutierrez a little bit sideways, got crossed up in front of Greaves, and Kyle actually helped him get back pointed the right direction. See Kyle trying to run down towards the bottom side and couldn't maintain enough traction. He will go around, so that corner coming back onto the front straightaway causing all kinds of problems for these guys.
Yeah, it really is. As we ride along with Ricky G, you gotta be smooth to be fast. And it's easy for us to say up here in the booth, but I understand what they're trying to do. It's just a finesse. CJ used to call it a ballet dance because you don't want to go over that edge. And Ryan Beach just showing everyone who's the boss here right now in Pro 2.
Yeah, he's kind of the only one that hasn't had too hard of a time making his way around this racetrack. Those Toyo tires hooked up on the number 51. Up and over the overpass lead. You can tell, even Beat right now, the lap times he's putting down, he's still being pretty conservative. He's taking it really easy over these bigger tabletop jumps. He's trying to maintain here in the early going.
Oh yeah, you know Ryan Beat, he's been around a long, long time. I got to chit chat with him for a little bit. He's just busy doing double duty in the Pro 4 as well. And man, that's mind-boggling though. You go from a two-wheel drive, jump into Pro 4, then back into Pro 2. You got to set your brain back and kind of rotate it back to be like, hey, I only got the rear wheels to get up on that cushion, and he's just doing a phenomenal job, and gets a little crossed up with a little excess fuel coming out.
Man, nice job gathering it back up. And I remember Ryan said on the podium after round one that a lot of the name of the game in Pro 2 here is just to limit those mistakes.
Yeah, you really have
Don't beat yourself. Make the other drivers beat you.
Yep, just stay in contention. Those trucks just keep getting better and better. You see a piece of tin on that back flopping up and down. I don't know, maybe missed the Zeus tab, or that's what it's supposed to be doing. And watch as he lifts out of the gas.
Yeah, easy does it.
Perfect.
We still have that crosswind blowing left to right on these drivers across that front tabletop.
Well, he found some more grip down on that cushion there at the bottom. He right on the sod to be exact. Beat just flat out flying that last time by a 126.799. Really quick right now.
Yeah, and I can see this track really starting to come in. I mean, all that horsepower churning up and getting rid of that moisture that's on the top of this dirt. This track is going to get way faster as this race goes on.
Oh, absolutely, Shane. That Bilstein Shock Chevrolet just powering his way through these corners, clicking off another lap. We should be getting close to that halfway point. Still the green flag out this time by, so he told me he was driving at about 75, 80% yesterday, because once you got out front, you really didn't need to wreck the equipment, and they've been trying to see the limit, Ryan said, with these tires. How far can we push them? So yesterday when they did it, they found that edge, and he's like, I think I got about 20% more in these tires, so if I need to use it, I can, but today he really hasn't.
A little bit further back in the field, this is the battle for 4th and 5th between Ricky G and Jacob Rosales. Rosales, remember, had to start 9th, so dead last in the field on the start. Trying to drive his way through some traffic.
Yeah, Ricky G trying to maintain that spot right now, coming back into a tricky section. See how he got on the brakes, trying to get that rear to rotate. And this is just a bad booter in a good way. That thing just spikes you way up in the air.
Oh, Rosales. Yeah, Rosales staying right with Ricky G. It's been fun to watch Rosales get faster and faster every time out in Pro 2.
Man, you see the hookup on Ricky G's truck. He just wheelied down the backside of that tabletop. Right there is tricky. If you get one guy just to tap you at that same time you rotate, you can spin right around. Ricky G knows that. He's sat long enough in these Pro 2s. Jacob Rosales still doing a wonderful job. Had a strong end of the year in 2025.
Rosales going a little bit more to the high side. You can get a really nice run down into turn 2. Rosales goes back to the high side in turn 2 as well.
Yeah,
so
you
he's
got to
search a little bit.
Yeah, you got to trust it. Keep trying. The time clock is definitely running out with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go, to be exact. There goes Rosales in that 31.
He'll have the grip on the outside. You can see Gutierrez just had no traction driving across that blue groove.
Yeah, he's burning the rear tires right off that truck. Wow.
So Rosales now into a top 4 position. Gutierrez not going down without a fight as they go over the overpass leap. That was a smooth move there by Rosales. I'm thinking back to his days in Pro Light. He was a little bit more of a wild card. He roughed a couple guys up here and there. To see that maturation as a driver, just the patience that we're seeing out of Rosales, that was a really clean pass that he made.
Yeah, and he's really calmed down, to be exact. I mean, if he wanted to do good in Pro Light, he really did good, but those trucks were so tippy. They were unforgiving as we come to the halfway point. So now with that wider wheelbase, he's really getting comfy. We'll see what he can do in this second half as Ricky G needs to find some grip here.
Yeah, well, like I said, though, the track is starting to come in quite a bit. We're going to see these drivers, I think, chase the cushion a little bit more, too, just like we saw when Rosales passed Ricky G. There's almost no grip, virtually nothing if you're driving on the blue groove, so you have to find a better way to get around these corners.
Yeah,
Ryan Beat has found it, though. Looked very strong in round 1 on his way to victory in that one, and has pretty much run unbothered throughout the first half here in round 2.
Yeah, Ryan Beat, he wasn't the quickest that last time by. The 44, Johnny Holger, he had a 1:23.755, so he's been right there. Keegan Kincaid, you've seen how fast he was in round 1. He wants to see what he can do in this second half, and now you explained how the tracks come in. They can see where that blue groove, the slippery mess is. They can try to keep those rear tires out of there, and the handbrakes are going to be huge, I believe, late in this race, and having that brake bias adjusted the right way.
Yeah, I think the way things shook out in that first half, we saw drivers taking it a little bit easy. We're going to see more aggression here in the second half. But for more on Jacob Rosales, let's check in trackside with Nolan.
Thank you, guys. Obviously, Jacob Rosales, you guys were talking about, just made a really awesome pass there on Ricky G in the Talladega corner. The Rosales team has been fighting some gummins this weekend, having to do some shakedowns each morning. They even had an issue during the shakedown this morning, hit the wall in turn 9 coming onto the front stretch, and they've kept fighting, kept putting it back together, and he keeps getting faster and faster in that thing. I don't expect him to stop at 4th place right now.
I agree. He's been just phenomenal these last 2 weekends. That's including the fall weekend in Crandon. It opened my eyes. I never thought he couldn't do it, but when he got in that really good equipment, it showed that speed, got a couple runner-up spots. It's only a matter of time for him to get that win.
Well, he's got some really tough competitors in front of him, though. The defending champ lays ahead of him. Johnny Holger proving that brand new truck built by Mike Vandenheuvel, who is part of Rosales' crew, by the way. That new Holger truck really working well. See if he wants to take a shot at Beat on this restart. Like I said, I think we're going to see more aggression here in the second half.
Yeah, you're going to have to. If you're John Holger, you got to make a pounce on this lead as soon as you can, because you know what happens when Rowdy Ryan Beat gets out front in that Chevrolet. Here goes Keegan Kincaid to the inside of Holger, but it's tough to get grip down there. But now Keegan has the outside going in here, so maybe he can drive around the outside.
Yeah, Rosales follows him through the door.
Look at that, Shane. What'd I tell you?
Yeah, Keegan found something there. Rosales already knew about it. Rosales setting up outside, trying to get past Holger as well. Now the question becomes, does Keegan have what it takes to run down Ryan Beat?
I don't know. He's in some clean air now until he gets to the rear bumper. You see Keegan not afraid to fly that truck. There's Ryan Beat. He loves to catch that left front right there. It helps him rotate the truck through that corner.
Yeah, then they fade all the way over to the right-hand side before that tabletop jump.
Look at that excess fuel coming out of the left side of his cab on our screen.
Just like we saw yesterday, Ryan Beat out front. Kincaid trying to hunt him down.
And again, is just trying to find grip. We've been saying it all weekend long. There's Kincaid. Oh, Keegan gets into Rowdy Ryan Beat. I don't know. They've all checked up. It's a parking lot.
Well, here's some drama for you. Everybody trying to figure it out down there.
While Rosales comes out second, Holger takes the lead.
Yeah, Rosales door-to-door with Gutierrez. It is Rosales in that second spot, and Johnny Holger finds himself out front.
Wow, what a big mix-up. It was like a parking lot at Walmart.
Yeah.
They're just parked there like, who's going to go?
Everybody came to a complete stop for a couple beats there. We'll reset it for you. It's Johnny Holger, Jacob Rosales, Ricky Gutierrez, Kyle Greaves now your top four.
Boy, oh boy. Rowdy Ryan Beat after being that smooth, that fast. I mean, he can't be happy right now, but it gets so tight through there. It's hard not to touch somebody. And look at what I was saying about Rosales. Remember I told you, it's just a matter of time. He's showing the speed.
Yeah, Rosales really going to work now, trying to catch up to Johnny Holger. You can see some bent bars and all kinds of cracked fiberglass on pretty much all these trucks at this point.
Both Mikey Vandenheuvel ride, so he's got to be a happy builder right now as fiberglass starting to come off both of these front runners.
Man, in the background, Kyle Greaves just put a beautiful outside in pass on Gutierrez. More contact as Gutierrez gave a shove back to Kyle Greaves.
Well, now, Shane, you got to watch that fiberglass on Rosales. You see the valence went underneath the truck, but some of the hood is starting to pop up. You don't want that to get in your vision. We've seen that a couple times this weekend. But there's Rosales. Holger's still out front. Rosales just trying to play it safe, but yet put on that pressure.
Here for the Pro 2. Rosales again going back to that high side. He's made this set of lines work before. Holger also going up the hill trying to cushion Rosales, a little over rotation there.
Yeah, that's it. You're trying so hard to catch him. You just can't afford to bobble, but he does get a good drive out of this big sweeper. We'll see, maybe a different gear ratio in the underdrive.
Once again. Rosales, nice job landing right at the top of that downside. Cutting it close once again. They're within a truck length as they go up and over the overpass lead.
Man, they've cleared their way around from third, fourth, and fifth. Gutierrez still running the top four. Now in third, but look at Rosales trying everything.
Kincaid all the way back there in the sixth spot now after threatening to take the lead over from Ryan Beat a couple laps ago. And it's all zeros on our time clock, so the white flag will be out this next time by.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're able to build a brand new truck and get new equipment, time after time, it really shows your performance behind the wheel. And it sure helped Rosales in the same way.
Rosales again running way up high through turn one. Now for Jacob, he's just got to put 3 or 4 corners together and try to get one last shot. We know he's fast down this backstretch. He's been getting some really nice runs off of turn 3 where he is right now.
Yeah, this big drive he gets, but he's had to turn 3-4 times in that turn. 44 is just flying off the flyaway one final time.
See that margin still maybe 3-4 truck lengths. Tires smoking as he drives right across the blue groove.
Yeah, you got to go till the end. You never know. You can shear off a tire. You can hit something. You can make one mistake. That's all it takes.
Ricky G himself has a firm grasp on third place. You see Holcher a little trouble getting his truck to rotate.
Yeah, he made a big mistake right there, but he had enough of a gap to hold on to that position with a couple turns to go. Rosales, what a nice solid run this afternoon once again.
Yeah, again, right place, right time for Rosales. There is one corner to go in the Yokohama Tires truck of Johnny Holcher. He's going to claim this victory here in round 2. A wild one for the Pro 2s here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout. Rosales across the line second. And another podium finish this weekend for Ricky G. Kincaid battles back for a top 5 finish, and Ryan Beat will finish at the bottom of the standings when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I want to take another look, and we're going to right here in a second of this Ryan Beat issue with Keith Kincaid. Ryan just came in a little too tight, I believe.
It's hard to say whether Kincaid was already into his bedside before he hit that tire or not. I'm sure Race Control is really curious to go back and take a look.
I believe I seen him bump the tire before Keegan made contact from my eyes, but I got to get a better angle at it.
There was a moment, it felt like ages, it felt like a couple minutes, but there was a moment where every truck in the field was at a complete stop. That was unreal.
Yeah, we'll find out what goes down after this one.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some discussions had in the pit area between some of these drivers. But as it stands, Johnny Holcher victorious in round 2. We'll hear what he has to say about that chaos here in Pro 2 right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
Well, we're back here once again.
I'm still catching my breath.
Wow, unbelievable. I'm Brent, he's Shane, and yeah, this Pro 2 race was just over the top. We seen them parked at one time. You're watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt, and it was anybody's game today. We seen the track a little slippery, but that's a challenge.
To be fair to Ryan Beat, it looked like it was his game today, the way that this race unfolded in the early stages. You saw all kinds of issues with control on this track. Really slick out there for these Pro 2s. Corey Winter had some issues. A little bit later on, a good dog fight between Kyle Greaves and Ricky Gutierrez going on, but then Kyle Greaves looped it in the same corner that Winter did just a lap prior.
So we're seeing veterans in the class as well having some issues.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. Rosales looking really strong in the second half, getting that drive to that booter, and then it all got mixed up once again.
Yeah, on the restart, Beat able to hold the point. Keegan able to move up a couple spots. And then we thought we were set up for the battle we had seen yesterday. And then a little contact. Beat goes around. Kincaid collected. Holcher stacks into the back of him. Everybody was parked for a moment. There's another look at it. There was a moment where every truck, all 9 of them, were at a complete stop trying to figure things out. The dust settles, and Johnny Holter stands victorious atop the Pro 2 podium. We've got our top 3 collected down there, and Nolan, you never know what you're going to see at an off-road race. Have you ever seen anything that looked quite like that one?
No, I think that was a new one, and this guy had a front row seat for all of it. Ricky G, a third place finish. I know this weekend was kind of a challenge for you guys at times, but at the end of the day, a pair of third places in the books, not bad. But what'd you see in front of you there? That was carnage.
Dude, I mean, the first opening laps, I mean, it just was haywire, you know? I mean, it's a tough track to pass on, and it looked like there was a ton of grip out there. The dirt was very, like, dark, moist, and you know, first corner, we're just all sliding out, second corner sliding out, coming into the hairpins, it was just, there's no grip, you know, and honestly, we all stayed pretty good, like, just going through the course until that hiccup. I know Ryan and Keegan got into it over there, so we were all freaking dodging tractor tires and getting into it. I ran into the side of Johnny by accident, but, you know, the most important thing is we have a truck in one piece. We ran a good race, had some good battles with Corey and Kyle. We were kind of getting into it over here in the hairpins, but, you know, it wasn't many laps left. Had to bring out the horns and defend, you know. So stoked to bring home a third. Got to thank my whole crew, man. We've been fighting gremlins this whole weekend, and we just been working our butts off trying to get the truck back up to pace. They gave me a truck that could win today, and I fell a little bit short. These guys were a little bit better than me today, and looking forward to getting to Anago. But just want to give a thanks to all my partners, Yokohama Tires, Bilstein Shocks, Ron at Advantage, Dynamic, MPI, OMP, Bell Helmets, NGK, FK Rodents, Integrity Solutions, my whole entire family, and everyone that came out here to watch this race, man. Hopefully we can come back next year and give you guys another show.
Ricky G finishing up third here in Pro 2. Second place today, Jacob Rosales. Jacob, it was a challenging weekend for you. Didn't make it out for practice, battled some engine gremlins, had an issue in a shakedown this morning, but that second place finish to cap off the weekend's got to make it worth it.
Yeah, it really does. You know, thanks to Mikey and my whole crew for salvaging what we did this morning, or what I did this morning. And we knew we were starting last, and we had a game plan of just figuring out traffic and stuff. And luckily it came to us. We got up to fourth, and then everybody started to bang, and we found our way through.
Who would you like to thank today?
I'd like to thank Kinda, Jersey Mike's, Huey's. I'd also like to thank my whole team for sacrificing coming out here every time. And I do stupid stuff and wreck a lot, and I'm glad they're here to fix it a lot for me.
Jacob Rosales, P2 today in Pro 2. And on top of the box today in Pro 2, John Holcher. It's been a long time coming for you guys to debut this new Pro 2, been in the works for a while. What a testament it is to that truck and your team to roll it out with a win right away on the first weekend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We were testing it and feeling confident, and you know, yesterday we got caught up in the melee, so we didn't really get to show what she had, but man, Mikey Van Hoovel built an awesome race truck. I mean, it works super well, and you know, my team, they've been working their butts off, finishing it, and you know, I've been putting them through a lot, going out west and racing, and but yeah, hats off to my team. You know, Charlie, my mom and dad, my girlfriend, Uncle Jeff, my grandparents, HBI, Yokohama Tires, Shape EU, Victory Sign, Vision Wheel, R&R Insurance, 5G Benefits, and you know, everyone that plays a role in my program. Thank you so much.
Johnny Holter on top of the box in round 2 of Pro 2 here at Wheatland.
Man, absolute scenes in that Pro 2 race. We still got one more on the docket. Pro 4 coming up next. Before Pro 2, you and I and Nolan were talking about we expected some chaos. We got that and a whole lot more in Pro 2. And oh boy, what do you think is going to await us in Pro 4? We'll have to find out and see right after this. Don't go anywhere. One race left here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout.
We don't just formulate UTV lubricants. We validate them under real-world stress and intense dyno testing. We push these machines in the field, log the data, then recreate and exceed those conditions in the lab. After rigorous testing, we tear them down and inspect every critical component. From the trail, to the rocks, to the job site, AMSOIL UTV products are tested, proven and ready to protect.
Before the action, before the race, or the game, or the stunt, there's always a crew working behind the scenes that makes it all possible. From the job site to the pit box, Brunt Workwear is proud to stand behind the crew.
Missouri for the Show Me Shootout. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. It's been a beautiful weekend. We want to welcome you back up in the booth. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny. And man, you can't say enough. The opening rounds, it's been challenging for a lot of drivers, but yet we still have Pro 4, the big boys of the sport, and I don't think they're going to hold anything back.
Right. I remember, just to sidetrack you a little bit, I remember the feeling we had, traveling down here, getting ready for the weekend. There's so many questions that you always have coming into a brand new season. We got some answers. I think after today, after this weekend, probably a whole new set of questions that will be answered this year still. And yeah, looking back at that Pro 2 race, again, one of the most chaotic scenes I've ever seen in an off-road race. You and I have been around a long time. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like what we saw with that parking lot. And again, Pro 4, even more than Pro 2, has that tendency for the race to unravel and completely fall apart. This might be one of those races where every truck is broken in some way by the time it's all said and done.
Oh, and yeah, you got guys like the wild man Adrian Cheney in there. They don't care. They don't hold anything back. And the track's gone away throughout the weekend. So when a Pro 4 gets on it, it kind of favors a Pro 4 in these style races. So we'll see them get up and go, but there's going to be a lot of carnage.
There's a little bit of racetrack left, and these Pro 4s are going to chew the rest of that track up and spit it out completely. It's going to be absolutely wild. It's the reason that we put Pro 4s last. It's the grand finale, and that's why. It's the fireworks at the end of the whole affair. We're so glad that you've spent your weekend with us. One race left, Pro 4, coming at you here at the Show Me Off-Road Shootout.
The crown jewel of off-road racing. The fastest and fiercest of AMSOIL Championship Off-Road. Pro 4 trucks are fully custom four-wheel drive war machines. 900 horsepower, capable of conquering any line, launching bigger, landing harder, and accelerating like nothing else on dirt. Where horsepower meets precision at triple-digit speeds. When the flagman gives the orders, everything will be left on the line. This is what these drivers live for. And this is what you couldn't wait to see. Pro 4.
Well, we're back here again at Lucas Oil Speedway. This is AMSOIL Championship Off-Road presented by Brunt. There's a 33 normally driven by CJ Greaves, but this weekend Kyle Greaves, his cousin, is filling in, and man, he's done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and that will be your pole sitter here for Pro 4. Remember, he briefly led that race in round 1 yesterday, certainly showing that he has the speed to be able to run up front with Jimmy Henderson and the rest of the gang. He'll start alongside Henderson. Then it's Ryan Beat starting in the 3rd spot alongside the 7-time champ Johnny Greaves. Wildman Cheney starts in the 5th spot. Andrew Pate, who opened some eyes yesterday. It was his debut in Pro 4, and he was running right in the rest of the field throughout that race. He starts 6th, and then the silent assassin, Mickey Thomas, starts 7th. He dropped out of that race early yesterday, but definitely showed the speed. And your Yokohama top qualifier here for round 2 is Jimmy Henderson.
Yeah, you see Jimmy throwing some exhaust out the tailpipes. It always seems like it's loaded up a little bit when he takes off. Don't be surprised if your Yokohama top qualifier smokes a little bit until they get under power fully. Cool to see Ryan Beat behind the wheel of a Pro 4.
Yeah, he's kind of the wild card in this for me. Remember, Beat was out of that race yesterday partway through the race, still put down the 3rd fastest lap of any of these drivers.
Yeah, Mickey Thomas, he showed a lot of speed coming into this weekend, being top qualifier coming into round 1, so pay attention to that Husqvarna ride, see what he can do. The green flag's about to fly. It's Greaves, Henderson.
900 horsepower monsters thundering toward turn one. Look at Henderson go way sideways, trying to drive out on the bottom, but it'll be Kyle Greaves with the early advantage.
Boy, look at G-Pop, fills that lane, gets into third here early. It's Sunday, he'll hold it all out.
Yeah, gave a little shove already to Jimmy Henderson. See Johnny going way to the high side. The two trucks in front of him getting a little bit sideways. Johnny's gonna get a really nice drive off turn 3.
Yeah, he's trying to button up to the back of Jimmy Henderson. Henderson setting it down perfectly. Just kicking out the rear. Oh, Kyle Greaves gets a little hot and heavy, hits the wall.
Yeah, hit the wall 2 different times. You see all that white paint on that right front wheel. Hopefully everything's A-okay on the truck.
Well, he went to go get back on the gas and it just bogged the truck, so it changed the rotation of the truck.
Yeah, then Johnny Greaves got way sideways on entry into that rhythm section. So Henderson with a little bit of early breathing room. You see Rowdy Beat and the Wild Man Cheney running in 4 and 5.
Well, the United Rentals ride of Jimmy Henderson, that 44, looking quick like he did in round 1.
Just watching all those tires just scratch and claw for any kind of traction. We'll put down some more water before this race got underway. Look at Henderson go right down to the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's your spotter. Trad's up in the box up there just telling them, hey, there's dry dirt there. That's what you explain to your driver when you come out. You tell them, hey, there's water in turn 2. There's no water on the inside of turn 4. You try to play that game and get it perfect. It's starting to dry out a little bit better there. Oh, Beat goes around.
Man, what a tough run here for Ryan Beat. He's leading in Pro 2. Maybe got a little help spinning out in that one, and it cost him a possible win, and now he's having some issues getting that truck fired up again here in Pro 4. Yeah, came in just a little too hot and heavy. Stalled out the truck. You saw him trying to get it refired, all the excess fuel burning out of the exhaust.
Yeah, I think he got it refired again. We'll have to wait and see. There's Henderson just booting off that tabletop. No pressure at all for him.
Yeah, I think his whole objective right now is just to stay clean and let the track come in a little bit. We know he's fast. He was the fastest lap of the race in round 1.
He is actually right now as we speak in round 2. We'll see how these times shake out.
So Wild Man Cheney now up into the 3rd spot. Looks like Kyle Greaves has maybe lost a couple of spots. Unsure what has happened to the 33 truck. But no problems whatsoever for Henderson so far.
Yeah, he pulled Johnny that last time by a little bit more.
Yeah, gained about a quarter of a second on Greaves. There is the Wild Man running in the 3rd spot. Look at Cheney just driving in backwards to turn 1.
So hard to rotate these trucks. You really have to throw them in like that. You see Henderson, that drive he got through there. Just burning the tires off. Unbelievable how dry this track became.
Yeah, look at Greaves. Johnny Greaves starting to search a little bit for different lines. Really low exit for Johnny coming out of turn 3.
You know, it'll be a whole new ball game after this first half. Johnny's just got to keep the truck together until that halfway point.
Yeah, he just went a little bit wide. Might have brushed the wall in turn 4. A little bit more smoke coming out of Henderson's truck. Whatever that is, certainly isn't slowing him down whatsoever.
Seems like the truck's running a little fat. It's just really blowing a lot of exhaust out. Just loads up, I believe, when he gets in and out of these corners. Every time he's in and out of that gas pedal. Nice rotation there. Those Maxxis tires digging on pretty deep. Still a lot of time left.
And you can see Jimmy still just trying to hook that inside all the way through the final turn. See what that interval looks like this last time by. Gained about another 0.6 or so on Johnny Greaves.
Yeah, now just spreading out this lead a little bit more. 3.168 right on our camera. He's really worked a lot on his program in the offseason. Brad Waronfeld just doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, Jimmy has his own private test track. Spins a lot of laps. Gives them the freedom to make some changes and test things out before they show up at the racetrack.
That makes it so nice. Still maintaining that speed here through this rhythm section one more time. Doesn't really upset the truck that much. He's got it dialed in.
And I'm really seeing echoes of the Pro 2 race. Drivers struggling a little bit in the early going. Everybody a little bit spread out before halfway. It was the second half in Pro 2 where the wheels fell off, so to speak.
Yeah, you're in position right now. You're holding your own just before that halfway point. So we definitely know these drivers will have a little bit more up their sleeve, but is it enough to reel in Henderson?
Good look at Kyle Greaves, still in the top 5. You see Andrew Pate just off to the left-hand side there, currently in 4th.
There's Rowdy Ryan B getting back underway after over-rotating in turn 1. First weekend back at Pro 4. It's been like 15 years for him. Seems like yesterday he was running for Hart and Huntington.
Yeah, that was, seems like forever ago, really. Picking up right where he left off. Starting to get more and more comfortable in that Pro 4 truck. Green flag is still out. We should be coming to that halfway point pretty soon. Rowdy B trying to reel in Kyle Greaves. Those two were just battling one another in Pro 2 a few moments ago.
Yeah, Kyle's really struggling. You wonder if something's going on. Ryan Beat has just been running on pace though all weekend, so.
I think the track is just that challenging here early on. At this point in the weekend, this is our 38th race on the racetrack. Starting to show signs of being a little bit used up.
Boy, what a drive though for Kyle Greaves, getting an opportunity once again. He got to run Uncle Johnny's truck, now gets to run CJ's equipment.
Yeah, they're starting to reel in Andrew Pate, so we're about to have a 3-way battle here for that 4th spot. Remember, Pate, an absolute rookie in off-road. This is his first weekend in Champ Off-Road. Picked up that Pro 4 truck over the off-season. It's the former Johnny Greaves truck. Tell Pate's just trying to be a little bit conservative here. Still trying to figure things out as a driver here in Champ Off-Road.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job though, getting his feet wet in the Pro 4. Definitely up on pace. We've seen his lap times not far off in qualifying, but I think Kyle Greaves is going to make a drive down on this inside, and Beat's going to try to follow him through the door.
Yeah, that really tightened up that battle between Kyle Greaves and Ryan Beat. Now Pate stuck down on the inside, having a little bit of issue getting that truck to turn around. Yeah, I think Andrew Pate there just kind of let the faster guys play through a little bit. See all three of them though still just searching for any kind of traction coming out of turn 3.
Yeah, he just watched Ryan Beat. I feel so bad. He's just pouring his arm strength into that wheel. You see him just flat footing that jump.
In the background there, you see Jimmy Henderson down the front straightaway.
That's the gap. There's Jimmy going by in the background, so that tells you the halfway point's out. He's slowed right down. They're gonna battle right up until this halfway point. That's Kyle Greaves. That Monster Energy back ride.
Yeah, you know Beat would love to get just one more spot here right before the halfway point. That's the battle for 4th into the final turn. A little mistake there by Kyle Greaves, a big push. Beat might have him, it's gonna be close. Looks like Kyle Greaves able to hold on for that 4th spot here at halfway.
This could shake things up now. Henderson's not gonna be alone here on these first couple laps. We'll see if he has the speed to pull away. As we see them guys trying to catch up to the back of the field. That's how far back they were from Henderson.
And again, I'm seeing reflections of Pro 2. I kind of got the sense in Pro 2 that everybody was running maybe 65, 70% through that first half. Which is great if you're Henderson, who was running out front, saved the truck. I mean, there's not a bruise or a blemish on that entire truck. But now you got Johnny Greaves, the 7-time champ, breathing down your neck on this restart. You got the Wild Man right behind him on this restart.
Anything can happen, though.
This is where the aggression gets dialed up once again. Spotters coming up with a game plan, and a lot of different ways this could go. Before we get back underway, Nolan's got some more on Adrian Cheney for us.
Guys, I know when you guys had Scott Douglas in the booth earlier, I'm sure he talked about his final career win, which came right here in Wheatland, Missouri back in 2018. The guy who finished second in that race, however, was the wild man, Adrian Cheney. we saw the gap that Jimmy Henderson had back to that 4th place battle between Kyle Greaves and Ryan Beat, but in between there is Adrian Cheney. He's keeping a pretty close pace to what Johnny Greaves and Jimmy Henderson are running ahead of him. I think Adrian might be a contender here in the second half. We'll see what kind of moves he can throw at him on the restart.
Nolan, not only was the Wildman keeping the pace, but the fastest lap of the first half belongs to Adrian Cheney. So you hit the nail right on the head, my friend. The Wildman has brought his A game here to round 2.
Yeah, that's cool to see. He's getting comfy once again. It's a new season. Been out of the truck a long, long time. Got some test laps. But yeah, you can't hold back the Wildman. And the computer, like I always say, does not lie. It shows the transponder was that much quicker. So here we go. It's Henderson, John Greaves, the Wildman, Adrian Cheney. Kyle Greaves in 4th. Here we go. There goes Cheney to the outside.
Oh, a little shove there from G-Paw into the door of Henderson. Physical pass, and now Johnny Greaves takes over the lead as they go into turn 2.
I've been saying all weekend long, that's what you have to do. You have to be aggressive. You have to beat that guy to the next corner. And oh man, Henderson falling off the pace. I don't know if he missed a shift or something.
No, the Wildman got into him a little bit, gave him a shove, and that's what upset Henderson's truck. So now the Wildman moves into 2nd. Remember, he's got the fastest lap of the race so far.
Wow, look at Henderson just flying, flat landing that truck.
Yeah, about 240 feet that time out of Henderson.
Man, you're getting as close as a football field. It is ridiculous how far they're flying off these hills.
I told you they were going to bring the aggression here in part 2. It's a mad dash through that rhythm section. The top 5 staying pretty well nose to tail. Now the Wildman still searching for his way around Henderson.
Man, G-Paw, Johnny Greaves sitting out front. You got to think this guy's been through a war in his career, won so many races, beat himself up, and he finds himself back in the lead again in Pro 4.
Not just a war, he said on the podium after round 1, he fell off a ladder a couple weeks ago, still feeling the effects of that. And he's been battling an illness this weekend, somehow still finds himself out front.
Come on, John, with age comes a cage. You got to stay in the truck. We want you out here time and time again. It just shows you, it doesn't matter what age you are in this sport. His mind's still there. He knows how to wheel these Pro 4s.
We know Henderson's not going to go down without a fight. Those two have a long history between themselves.
Henderson had to tap the brakes a little bit. He almost got in the rear bedside.
Henderson trying to slide across the blue groove, not enough grip to make it work.
So you think Henderson's mad? I mean, as a race car driver, you know you left the door open. You knew it was coming, but Henderson trying to bonsai off again.
I don't think mad. I think the word right now is probably motivated. You see Greaves pitching it sideways nice and early. Definitely rattled Henderson's cage a little bit. There's no doubt about that. See the Wildman keeping up with both of those two.
Boy, this is gonna be good here. Adrian Cheney still not going away. Henderson just needs to get this rotation down on that bottom and get a drive. He's really pushing right through there. Easy for us to say though, right?
A little bit more of that smoke out of Henderson's truck too. Look at Johnny Greaves start to open up that interval.
He's like, don't worry, CJ. I know you're out, but Dad will put in a good performance here at Wheatland.
It's going to be really close looking at the clock and at the lap times, whether or not it's 2 to go or 3 to go that time by. So that's something else we got to keep an eye on.
Time's definitely running out. Here comes Adrian Cheney. Now he's putting the pressure on Henderson. Goes that body once again on Adrian Cheney. We hope that hood stays down. Oh, he over-rotates.
Cheney goes all the way around, and that is going to put Rowdy Beat into a podium spot. Look at the airtime. Johnny Greaves, Jimmy Henderson both flying well over 200 feet over that front tabletop.
Johnny he's just being so smooth here late in the race in that Monster Energy back ride, that United Rentals ride, that Ford 44. Henderson, he needs to figure something out. I'm sorry, it's go time. Greaves has a perfect setup. Brad Marty's been with him forever. And you know he gives them the best of the best.
Keep an eye on that clock. We're going to find out shortly whether it's 1 to go or 2 to go this next time by. It's going to come right down to the wire whether or not they beat that clock to 0.
I don't know. Greaves goes really wide. Henderson tries to stay to the bottom. It's going to be 1 lap to go. The white flag. This is round 2. of Pro 4. Can Henderson make a drive? Time has gone away. This is it.
The rivalry reignited. Vintage Johnny Greaves leading in front of Jimmy Henderson as they come out of turn 2. They're going to go door to door and more contact.
Yeah, he got into Johnny and said, hey, I'll return the favor.
Yeah, Henderson didn't want to give an inch there. Johnny comes out just ahead as they go through turn 3. Henderson trying to get that drive on the bottom and more contact between those two.
There's going to be more contact, I promise. We have a couple corners left to go. Henderson might try to go down to the inside and do a slide job.
He's trying to beat him to the spot. Sends Johnny a little bit wide out toward the wall. Johnny able to get back in front.
Henderson waited, though. He knew that was a little too aggressive.
Great save by Johnny Greaves.
You got to get through here perfect. You got to stick to that bottom if you're Johnny. Henderson gets a better rotation. He goes to the inside. They're side by side.
Johnny's going to have more grip, and they're making more contact as they go up the face of the tabletop. Greaves comes out ahead once again, driving through that mud hole down on the inside.
Henderson, can he get to the rear fender? He's having issues getting that truck rotated. Can G-Paw get the job done here in round 2? Henderson goes to the bottom. Greaves goes really wide.
It's going to be close, but Johnny Greaves is going to hold on for the win in round 2. Unbelievable.
Man, me and Shane are clapping each other's hands up here in the booth. That is so cool to see Johnny Greaves this late in his career lay it down.
Just like that, we're kids again. Seeing Johnny Greaves on top of the standings in Pro 4. I know somewhere out there our friend Nolan is smiling ear to ear himself. Henderson threw everything he had at Johnny Greaves, and like I said, that was vintage Johnny Greaves there.
He's going to be happy.
You could watch that tape side by side with a race from 2006. And that's the same Johnny Greaves that we used to see back then. Just unbelievable run by him. And again, Henderson, that you can hang your hat on that if you're Jimmy Henderson. He threw everything he had at Johnny Greaves. Johnny just didn't flinch. He refused to flinch.
Yeah, and Johnny Greaves, he's in his 60s, his late 60s. Jimmy Henderson, he's 42 years old. So it's like, I said it in the race, it don't matter how old you are. Johnny's in physically fit shape. All those fishing days must help him out, you know, at the end of the day. And he's a motocross guy, like you said, and good for him. Good for him. We need him to keep coming back.
Haven't said much about it, but Ryan Beat was able to claim 3rd. Not a bad return to Pro 4 for Rowdy Beat. No doubt he's going to be excited to put it on the podium, especially to bounce back from a tough race in Pro 2 just a few moments prior.
Wow,
man,
what a
I know
weekend.
there's a whole bunch of fans out there watching us on Flow that are just thrilled that Johnny Greaves is back on top of the box in Pro 4.
And Johnny will be the first one to say it. Sometimes I overdrive and I throw myself out of the race, but he was so perfect on his lines. As the track came apart, it played in his hands, and good for him. I mean, just such great battles going on with not that many trucks.
There you see Jimmy Henderson, who fell just short. Man, I would have loved to see that battle go on for about 4 more laps. I don't know if the trucks and the drivers could have handled it, but just about as good as it gets. See a big celebration there.
Unbelievable day, though, for everyone here at AMSOIL Championship Off-Road to end it with Johnny Greaves on top. It's like we're back in the day.
You just never know. You come into the opening weekend and you just never know.
And I'm excited for what he has to say. You never know what Johnny Greaves got coming out of his mouth there.
What do they say? You get a little older and the filter starts to go away?
See, I don't feel bad calling him G-Paw.
Here's shouts from the peanut gallery down there. Go back and take a look at how that all unfolded. Came right down to the bitter end. Henderson had that run. We knew he was going to throw a door in on Johnny. Made a little contact. Greaves, all he could do to gather it back up, managed to just barely stay in front.
Just getting it done. Then Henderson tried to fight back. This is that pass on the inside, trying to make it, and he hit the brakes, let John come back.
Unbelievable.
And then from there forward, Johnny just didn't screw up, and that's what's so cool about it. You see CJ down there, and great to see them smiling.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Another one in the trophy case for the veteran, the 7-time champ.
Like.
Just heard Johnny say, I forgot what that feels like.
He knows.
That was, like I said, that was vintage. There's no other way to describe it.
It's like riding a bike for G-Paw.
See, Brad Marty is a longtime right-hand man, grinning ear to ear down there. A lot of respect between those two.
Good sportsmanship, just going back and forth.
Saw Trad giving a pat on the back there to Johnny Greaves as well.
That's great racing, though. That's why. You know, you got to have sportsmanship for the guy that beat you and who was better that day. And Johnny Greaves was the best in Pro 4 this afternoon, and he laid down some quick laps, as did Ryan Beat, though, his first weekend back in Pro 4.
Like I said, we're kids again.
I love it.
So much fun to watch. We'll let the other two drivers get ready to take their places up there on the podium. Big cheer from the crowd that stuck around to take part in the celebration as well.
I'm out of breath, Shane.
That's about as good as it can get to end it, really.
Unreal weekend.
We told you the race was going to unravel at the seams. Pro 2 did not disappoint in that regard as well.
Now we're heading to the bull ring in Anago, Wisconsin here in 3 weeks. And I'm telling you, it's a full 3 weeks, though, so these guys and gals have a lot of time to go and fix their cars and get them ready and put some new secrets behind the wheel.
That's right. A lot of scores to be settled as well. Some new questions, like I said, yet to be answered when we head to rounds 3 and 4 at Anago. But right now, we're going to send it down one last time. Nolan Castellian with our top 3 from Pro 4 here in round 2.
Thank you, guys. Ryan, you and Kyle had some issues early in the same corner, got stuck, and just stuck together the whole rest of the race. It looked like back and forth. That looked like a blast between you guys.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. Like, obviously, we both backed it in the fence, and, like, I don't know what happened there, man. It's just so slick, and we're trying to race, and and you can only follow somebody for so long before you got to try to get the elbows up and try to go. So just got to give a big shout out to Justin Wills and Digging Deeper, those guys, for putting me in the truck this weekend. I really appreciate it. Having so much fun in the Pro 4 class. Obviously, it's something new and different for me, and just learning, man. Every session out there, we're changing the truck and learning and having fun. But Bill Stein, Nathan from Bill Stein, worked on the shocks all weekend, trying to get things more comfortable and better for me. Rockstar Energy Toyo Tires for giving me tires to run an extra truck and letting us come out and have some fun. So hopefully we get to do some more.
First time in a Pro 4 in over a decade. Ryan Beat puts it P3 here in round 2. Coming over to second place, Jimmy Henderson. Jimmy, what a show that was. You led to the halfway. Johnny muscled by on the restart, and I think that's as hard as I've seen 2 Pro 4s driven in a long time for the win.
Yeah, we were out front, and I felt like I had really good pace, and kind of shocked me when Johnny blew by me, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not as fast as I think. But, man, what a show. I mean, I was having a lot of fun out there, and, you know, it got tight sometimes, and it's a tight track, but I tried to drive him clean, and, you know, he was a better man today. So it was a fun one. I just want to thank United Rentals, Maxxis Tires, King Shocks, WD-40, AMSOIL, K&M Filters, Willwood Brakes, just everybody that helps us out. You know, this was an awesome show, a great way to start the season with a first and a second, and, you know, we'll get ready for Anago and see what we can do next time.
Jimmy Henderson caps off opening weekend with a second place finish here in Pro 4. And on top of the box here in round 2 for Pro 4, Johnny Greaves.
I'm not setting this one down because I ain't had one of these in a long time.
Johnny, it's been a while since we've seen a drive like that out of you. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I was starting to wonder who was driving it myself. I was just like, what the hell? And then, you know, Jimmy kind of crept away from me at the first half, but I knew if I cleaned it up a little bit and, you know, his car don't quite leave the line as good as mine does, so I knew maybe I had a chance to get alongside him in turn 1. It worked out, and then I knew it was going to be a battle from there on in, and he's a great racer, and I knew it would be fun. And, you know, that last lap we were side by side through most of the turns. But, hey, this one's for the dads, the grandpas, and the over 60 crowd. We can still do it.
Who would you like to thank for helping you get up here, Johnny?
First and foremost is my crew and my wife and my family, everybody, but absolutely Monster Energy. Toyota, I mean, I had that thing on the rev chip everywhere I could, and I didn't give it any breaks. So Toyota, those engines are amazing. The Toyo tires, we made a switch today, way more grip than I had. Fox shocks, method wheels on board. Just everybody who helps us. And my son CJ was my spotter this time, and it just made a world of difference, man. He taught me how to get my balls back.
Career win number 105 in Pro 4 for Johnny Greaves comes in round 2 here at Wheatland.
Damn, I think I should just retire now and call it good.
Or at least go podium fishing this weekend.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Thank you very much, Nolan. And, man, kudos to Johnny Greaves. It's great to see him on top spot. And, hey, it gives all those older guys just a little bit more of an edge.
Still time for us, Brent. There's still a little bit of time for us as we get ready to cut you all loose here. The Brunt fast lap among the trucks was Jimmy Henderson with a 119.99, right there in that same range with Jeb Boodle's Brunt fast lap in pro side-by-side, right in that same 119 range. So side-by-sides and the trucks laying it down here at Wheatland. Let's go back and take a look at how it all unfolded. Kyle Greaves, the early race lead, got the edge over Henderson. And right away, G-Paw looking a little bit racy, giving a shove to Henderson.
Yeah, right away he put the elbows out, and then Kyle Greaves hitting that retaining wall, maybe bumped it out of gear, had to get back moving forward, and then Henderson just looked to be running away from everyone.
Yeah, the entire first half, it looked like this race was going to be Henderson's to lose. He was, unmatched throughout the entire first half. See Rowdy having some issues there. Mentioned that in his podium speech a moment ago.
And Kyle Greaves, Rowdy Beat trying to get around Tate there.
Yeah, both of those two able to get it done. And they would keep going at one another. Then on the restart, all of a sudden, classic Johnny Greaves showed up.
Yeah, he opened it up again. His elbows shoved him out of the way, moved him out of that race line, and just never really looked back. Henderson tried to reel him back in, and you could just see how the track was going away late in the day. Cheney going around, costing him probably a podium this afternoon. But then Henderson tried to get him back here.
Yeah, it got physical a couple different times. Henderson, a tasteful little shove there on Johnny Greaves on exit. Rubbing tires as they went up the face of that jump.
Yeah, and then Johnny played the protected line, and it was just a little too late for Jimmy Henderson. And man, like Jimmy said, I thought I was the fastest, and then Johnny went blowing by me. So they'll go back to the drawing board, but G-Paw
holding on.
It way wide, but holding on to the big win in round 2. And that is so amazing to see John Greaves back on top. I'll say it again. I'm Brent Smith alongside Shane Stetsny. This is our 38th race of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal.
Ended it with a bang. Yeah, like I said, it looked to me toward the second half of that race, if you would have told me, yeah, the 2006 version of Johnny Greaves jumped in a time machine and traveled into the future 20 years, I would say, yeah, I believe you. It looks just like him.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just classic vintage Johnny Greaves. And you could tell yesterday he was maybe not feeling quite like himself or not like the old Johnny Greaves. And today to see that smile and see how fulfilled he felt on top of the podium, I'm looking forward to see what he has in store for us the rest of this year.
Oh, yeah, they got to chase the old guy now from here forward. You know Johnny Greaves will be ready for Anago, Wisconsin, which is 3 short weeks away, 3 full weeks if you're out there wrenching on cars and trucks. So you're going to see some good racing on that
That's
bull
right,
ring.
May 30th and 31st. We go back to Anago, going back to the bull ring track. It's going to get a little bit dicey. Can't wait. I've had a blast with you, my friend.
It's been a blast. Like you said, man, I cannot wait for Anago. For Nolan Castellian, Shane Stetsny, I'm Brent Smith. Thanks for watching AMSOIL Championship Off-Road, presented by Brunt. Good night, everyone.